Welcome to Saturday Evening Chats. This is episode number 27. And y'all know I'm G23. We got with us tonight Mr. Nighthawk Medic. Welcome.
Howdy, howdy. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for showing up. Next, we have the Glock hating New York Outcast. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Buckle up and hold on.
Then we have Mr. Black Cat Outdoors. Welcome.
Howdy, how you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. And we have Mr. Two Gun Kitty in the crowd.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I see you scored a little bit of ammo today or yesterday.
Yeah, and today I also picked up some more primers. I went back and they had put their bricks out, so I got 2,000 primers and then some 9mm, and ended up selling that 9mm at the gun show when after I left the store.
So did you quadruple your money?
No,
Worried the
I
IRS is listening.
was very reasonable. There was like a really big line to get into the show, so I was passing this thing on a blood drive, and you get they gave you free ammo when that's working the thing. I think about ammo, and so I got some 9mm here. I'm willing to sell. He's like, "What do you want for it?" I'm like, "Well, I was gonna ask like 25 a box, but I'll do both boxes for 40." So yeah, I made quick $11.
Better than what Rob D's paying out in New York.
And he was happy as a lark. Yeah. When was the last time someone was happy to pay $20 a box 9mm?
Yeah, prices are crazy. And I don't buy them at high prices. So
You get it. You persistent and find those feel for when their supplies in.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little bit of markup, but when it starts getting crazy, that's where I draw my line. So, and thankfully, I've purchased ammo over a long period of time, so I'm not,
the place
in desperate need.
That you see in gun shops, places.
I know yesterday the wife and I went by a store and we were checking on something else because I needed a new mouse for the keyboard since I broke my mouse when I dropped my laptop. So I was like, we'll check and see if they have any 9mm ammo in. And they had some Fiocchi in stock. And it was like $12 a box. So they're limiting it to they're limiting it to two boxes per person. So I grabbed 2, the wife grabbed 2. We picked up 200 rounds for under $50.
Yeah, the Steels that I picked it up at had a 2-box limit also. Last Saturday when I hit Academy with a friend when I was in San Antonio, they had gotten their ammo in, so we got 300 round boxes each, which I was just picking it up for him.
Yeah.
So he ended up with 600 rounds and was happy with that.
Well, I'm gonna read off who's all in the chat. So first we had Patriot in the Dark, and then followed by Gun Loving Grandpa. Foss says he's running late. He'll be here. The Poor Conservative is out there. Mr. F&H is out there. Mad Sexy. He's saying that the California DOJ is being sued again. Well, of course, they're being sued every other day. If they wouldn't keep screwing over people, they wouldn't have to be getting sued. So we got Mr. Carolina EDC in here.
Hola, mi amigo. ¿Dónde está el baño?
The bathroom is outside.
Thank you.
So we have the Poor Conservative out there, and sporting his custom woodworking shirt, which he sent.
Nice.
And I know Mr. Nighthawk Medic has one of his stickers.
I do actually, and thank you for that. I've got a couple of different images that I'll be posting to Instagram that have those stickers starring in them. They've gotten a lot of use around here. I've been doing a lot of gun woodworking here recently, so I figured we might as well put some woodworking stuff next to it.
I really got to figure out what's going on with my StreamYard, because my chat in my StreamYard still isn't working. So I don't know if I'm going to have to just completely log out of.
Well, here, we'll give you the play-by-play. So Ozark Yeoman just asked, when you shave your armpits and legs, what is your favorite type of feminine razor to use? That's a good question, Ozark. G23.
And how many blades?
Yeah, how many blades? That's a good one, too.
Considering I have the YouTube chat popped up.
oh, okay, my bad.
Just because my StreamYard chat's not working.
Crucifer came in just in time. Our watcher count dropped by 1. What happened?
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, you're fine.
A person unsubscribed from my channel last night after the stream. This could be bad for you with this group.
And
You'll get used to it.
You're supposed to be adding subscribers with your giveaway proposal.
It's working. I tell you what, man. You talk about, and Two Gun, I'm going to have to say amen to what you posted, man. Because if you're patient and persistent, you're going to get ammo at a good price, and you're going to get a lot of it. And it's still out there to be had. And I'm persistent and patient, and that's where my giveaway stuff is coming from. You know what I mean? I just
I'm that same way.
Yeah,
I'm that same way. You find the place, you got to keep hitting it, and it's like a little honey hole there, and you keep got to hone it in. It's like yesterday, I stopped in. They didn't have any small primers out, and this guy and his wife walked by, and she has a couple of boxes of 9mm, and I'm like, And then they asked, and like they're talking with the person, and mentioned small pistol primers. My ears perk up.
Right.
And so I said, "Oh, you have small pistol primers? I'll take a Birkin. If you have any small rifle, I'll take that." Which they were out of, but so I just being around, checking, keeping your ears and eyes open. So then I walked over, grabbed the 2 boxes of 9mm, and called it a day. And and then so I know, because like earlier in the week or last week when I was in the person said, oh, we get our trucks in, in the afternoon usually, and so you check back later in the day, you might have stuff. So that's what I've been doing on my way home from work. I'll stop in and see what they got. And so now I know if I don't see it, still ask, because I've been asking for powder, and they've been out of the ones I've been looking for. But yeah, you just gotta you can't get frustrated. You just gotta be patient. But it's those box stores that like Academy, Shields. Not sure. I haven't had Cabela's. I had luck early in COVID for primers, but they had ammo. I think it goes real fast. So, but yeah,
Yep.
you got to talk to the people that work there too.
Yep. The guys at my local academy are subscribers to my channel, so it has helped a lot. But that consistency goes a long way, and just doing it until you win.
Yeah.
Question for you guys.
Small rifle, Magnum primers, but I picked up a brick, but I don't. I got to figure out how to cut the powder back before I use them.
Is this a streaming service that only allows 6 in?
What is this?
StreamYard?
Yeah. The free version, I think, is 6.
G23 is locked out, so.
Well, here, I'll step out so he can get back.
No, you don't have to step out. I can pop out or whatever.
No. This is.
I'm out. Go ahead.
No.
Everybody get out.
Just show us your guns.
Though, we could have had more fun with this. I'm just saying.
I know. I was like, wait, I'm just letting it. I'll just chill in the back. I wasn't worried at all.
I have a whole book of folk songs we could sing.
I mean, I had zero problems. I don't know. I may end up having to go to the paid version so I can put 10 people in here.
But do you get any other perks doing the paid version?
Depending on which paid version you go with, you like the lowest paid version, you get streaming to like one other platform. So like you get streamed to Facebook or Twitter, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, because I think Gary's got the paid one because he's been streaming to some other platforms.
Yeah, he does the paid, and so you can get then you have 10 people. So with the paid version, like you can have 6 people on screen, or with the free version, you can have 6 people on stream and 4 people in the back room. So you'd have 10 people, and you can shuffle people in and out. With the paid version, you can put all 10 people, so you'd be you and 9 other people would be on the screen and nobody in the back room.
I think we should just get a quick moment of silence for Black Cat Sacrifice for the show. G23 doesn't know it, but he does appreciate being a part of his own show. So thank you out there, Black Cat.
Yes, Black Cat, you're amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Black Cat. Like in baseball, someone's got to sacrifice.
All right, everybody draw their weapons. 1 round.
This is for you, buddy.
Everybody just got swatted at the same time. What happened?
Oh yeah, so Honcho was like, you can take off where it says powered by StreamYard. I could take that off, and then I could put my channel logo up there. You can run different backgrounds, stuff like that. And
we're not that fancy yet.
Yeah, logo overlays, blah, 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 custom RTMP.
New York Outcast is probably thinking that, gee, all that savings you're getting on ammo, you can roll into it.
Right.
Yep.
Well, what I should
Yeah,
do is
hell of a
what,
deal you're getting out there. So from what it sounds, and pretty regularly. So
what I
I
should
had a
do.
hard time finding decent prices, which still weren't as good as your prices.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yep.
At the gun show today that I went to, it's amazing. You know, that consistent $30 to $40 a box for 9mm cheap crap 9mm. It's you know, the box of 100 Winchester white box that I picked up for my friend last weekend. Someone had it there for $56 instead of the $23 it should be.
Yeah, I wish people wouldn't buy it. I mean, if you really need a box, I get it, but to just comply or whatever to that price, it's ridiculous. Why would they drop it if people are going to pay it? So.
Yeah, I'm talking to some of the people at the show that are looking at the stuff. Trying to tell them, be patient, hit some of these places, but they're like, oh, I need it. And there's a lot of people who, they go into the gun ranges. Some of these ranges don't have any, or it's they're expensive, and so many people just don't have it because they don't, they weren't prepping and. Been behind the curve, so they're kind of forced to if they want it.
I understand if it's the purpose is to practice. I understand that completely. But the number of people I've seen hoarding 115 Winchester white box, saying that they're prepping, I'm like, that's not prepping. That's idiocy.
You know how many? You know how much Winchester white box 115 I have?
I've got 7,000 rounds of it right now, so I'm not even like that extreme.
For the Winchester white box 115 grain, I have less than 200 rounds. I bought one 200 round box, and when I shot it through the wife's SIG, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not. So once I shoot up that ammo, I just won't buy it.
It used to be $129 for 1,000 rounds of it, so I'd buy 1,000 rounds of it every so often, just to have it around for shoot up targets, or when I got one of the submachine gun styles out, one of the World War II style pistols, because that's it's a 32 or a 25 round magazine, and you're just doing a mag dump with it every time.
Yeah, so
at the gun show you see someone have a thing 500 rounds for $299. It's like, geez, you used to get 1,000 rounds of 223 for that price.
Yeah.
Never mind 500 9mm. It's crazy. That's why I was I didn't need those boxes, but I picked them up and I know I could sell them quick.
Yeah,
they're going to be cheaper than anyone at the gun show.
I'm thinking about putting that Fiocchi out on Gunbroker.
Dude, don't be part of the problem.
Oh, I'll put it out for like $16 a box.
Yeah, I mean that's not completely unreasonable, but
I'm gonna put it as an auction.
Yeah, put it as an auction. Put it out at $10, and everyone will stop bidding crazy and.
Started at $12 a box, which is like 3 cents more than what I paid for it.
Yeah, but then you gotta ship it.
Nope. Buyer pays shipping.
Charge the shipping. Buyer pays shipping. Yeah.
This is kind of a standard human problem in a sense, where people don't worry about it till it becomes an issue. And, I think if you've been in the shooting and stuff like that, there really shouldn't be an excuse that you don't have a little stashed away. I mean, even just trying different ammos or this or that, you should have something. I mean, you don't. I don't know. Yeah, it's just
you should have
common courtesy. So, yeah. I mean, common sense in a sense to buy a little bit extra here or there or something in case, and especially if you've been around, because you see the fluctuation with firearms and ammunition and stuff like that. So it's a lot better to have than need. And if it is a hobby where you're going to practice or this and that, like anything, it's always better to have, be at least a range trip ahead, as far as ammo or whatever. That's a minimal, I think. You never know what's going to happen. So,
what in the G holy terror? I'm looking at 500 rounds of 9mm Winchester White Box that's sold for $410.
So,
believe it.
so Keith Gregory is
believe
asking if anybody's finding hollow points.
And with that, Two Gun Kitty was mauled to death on a live stream. Can we have a moment of silence?
Jesus Christ.
I guess his German Shepherd did not like that other dog talking back to it.
Clearly not. No.
Yeah, my neighbor's dog got put in the backyard, so they were having a little discussion.
So,
what's that about hollow points?
Keith Gregory was saying, anybody find any hollow points? Only FMJ here.
Yeah, we're basically FMJ here. Yeah,
I'm finding both. I mean, hollow points. I found Hornady Critical Defense. That was like $24.50 a box, $25 a box of 25. And then I found some other, it was Ammo Incorporated. I think it was the name of it. They're out of Scottsdale, Arizona. And it was 20 rounds for $12 for hollow points.
In my area, I'm seeing you're more likely to find hollow points in FMJ. So the manufacturers kind of switch. It used to be Critical, or Hornady and Federal was like the main ones in every store. Now that's kind of switched out to be that Centerfire frangible. Seems to be in every store locally, I believe, because they're from PA. So I don't know if it's just a closer distribution point or what, but and you'll see some Critical Defense, and I've also come across Fort Scott. But obviously prices are quite high here, so the Centerfire was the best bang for the buck, cheapest price wise for the hollow points, and I think they'd probably do a nasty job. And one of the videos I just did, in the third wall, you can see where it actually separated, and by fragmentation it didn't turn to dust like it would at a hard plate. So I assume hitting a person, it would probably split apart, and you'd be looking for like 6 pieces in there instead of just one. So granted, everybody's, how they look at it may be different or whatever, but that is available. That's the most affordable one here. FMJ is hard to find. It has been lately, and when you do, it's an example. Steel case, 50 rounds was $25. So stuff like that, I'm not buying. I'll pay $12.99 a box, $13 a box, or something, but I'm not paying for brass. But I'm not paying $30 or $25, $35 for brass or steel case. There's no damn way.
Yeah,
I really wish I could help you guys out. Like, help out, you over there in the New York, like Mad Sexy in California, because we seem to be able to find the stuff, and the stores aren't jacking the prices way the hell up. I mean, yeah, they're still up a little more than what they would normally be. They're up a couple bucks, but it's not so horrible that, you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit on what I have. And the only reason why I'm buying 9 right now is because we got the wife her SIG in July, for our anniversary on July 4th. And so I was like, okay, well, we need to get you a nice stockpile of some FMJ, and I think I've got her up to about 3,500 rounds.
So New York, what's the legality of hollow points by there in New York?
I'm sorry, what's what?
Isn't hollow point not legal to have in New York or something like that?
Oh no,
Hollow
hollow points they're legal in New York. There's no problem with that. So in most cases, I think they prefer you do have a hollow point. So my personal opinion is because the jacket leaves, in most cases leaves great striations for evidence, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I guess for collateral damage, they'll tell you. But no, hollow points are fine here. That's New Jersey. That's where they have issues with hollow points. So
Okay,
Yeah,
so
New
that
Jersey-
security guard that got control that one time for having hollow points. Was that New York or New Jersey?
That was in New Jersey.
That was Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is in New Jersey, the ones that he got in trouble with, actually are legal and everything.
He had the
So,
Hornby, didn't he?
yeah, he had the
critical duty or defense.
Yeah, he had critical duty that was company issued, and a company issued firearm.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which state it was. I know it was somewhere up there.
Yeah, and so the funny thing is anyone ever hear what happened to that case?
I think it got thrown out, didn't it?
Yeah, it went bye-bye. They realized they screwed up, and he's
it'd
not.
be nice to know because I know he couldn't go to work. Kind of lost his job in a sense due to it because he was listed as he's being charged as a felon. So
Yeah.
Is there going to be compensation with that or anything? Because that's
I think he got
that's a hardship due to legal BS.
Well, I believe he was just on paid leave pending the outcome of the case, and at the end of the day, it wasn't his gun, it wasn't his ammo. Yeah, he was in possession of it and everything, but he was also in full company uniform. So,
yeah, I just think that the laws are stupid to begin with. If you're all right to carry a gun 9 to 5 for a job, you should be all right to carry a gun on your way to work or taking your kid to school or wherever the hell else you're going. I don't understand that. I mean, if you can't be trusted with a gun, then you shouldn't have a gun. Period. So I don't know why it matters that he was on his way to work and the company gave him the ammunition and everything. You know what I mean? It's just. This is all this extra legal crap that we shouldn't have to deal with as legal citizens.
Yeah, so I think they were going after him more along the lines of ammo and may have tacked on the other stuff just to, embellish it. But then the whole thing unravels once that ammo isn't as they classified as hollow point.
yeah. So, I know a lot of us over on the West Coast we're dealing with some really nasty fires that are going on, and so people are losing internet and everything. So I just want to say, everyone be careful, because you really never know what's could actually happen on a moment's notice.
Yeah, fires, tornadoes, there's so many things that can come up so quick that you're not expecting.
People are always a few meals away from madness.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the reason is.
I've seen you wouldn't believe what human beings will do once the rules come off. I guess more people see it now these days than they used to, but I've watched. It doesn't take much for the civilization rules to come off, and once that happens, I've watched people put hand grenades in teddy bears and leave them in playgrounds. You just don't even know until you see it.
We had, even here, we had fights local when we had floods a while ago over bread, because one lady was getting 4 loaves and another lady couldn't get any. They're straight up brawling out, blood spraying, battling over bread. So
just a few months ago, at the beginning of COVID, when places, people were fighting over toilet paper. I'll use an old sock before I get in a fight over toilet paper.
Yeah, that's why it's good to prepare. You should have a few extra things, because you don't want to find yourself in that spot where you got to fight to feed your kid, because that's a bad spot to be in.
My wife was like, the moment this all kicked off, she said, "Are you expanding the garden?" It's like, I guess so. And I went out in the backyard and rotor-tilled another 30 feet.
So,
it's funny because I was like trying to run down the pantry when this started, so it's like, geez, now we got to go out and rebuy a bunch of the rice, that type of stuff. So luckily I hit stuff before it got too bad, but it was like I was just shaking my head. Same thing. It was like, we needed to get toilet paper, and it's like, okay, yeah. My wife and I both came home the same day with 2 big rolls. It's like, now we got like 6 months worth of toilet paper.
Even if things don't pop off, it's still a good refresher. Technically before this started, because I was watching what was going on over in China there and whatnot, and people say what they want, but people are people. Like Nike Hawk said before, if you're dealing with a virus, people don't know what a clean room is. They don't know how to take care of it. They can barely wash their ass half the time. So you're screwed. If the professionals aren't going to handle it, there ain't no damn way the average person is going to handle it. But that's a whole nother discussion, basically like he was saying. So I was already looking into things, and thankfully I found a bunch of shit that was expired because I got lazy. I didn't rotate things. So it was a plus, it was a good thing. It got me back on track a little bit. So hopefully never use it, but if I need to, I need to. And honestly, the other night I just stole some snacks out of my stash that I'm not supposed to touch because I was out, and I wanted some damn Welch's fruit snacks, so I got what I want.
Well, and there's always pemmican and hardtack, and I tell people, if you're trying to do it on a budget, I will always send anybody my pemmican and my hardtack recipes. You can make for pennies.
It's not just a huge disaster either. It could be you lost your job. Maybe work got held up for a couple paint. Well, you still got stuff. You can still feed your kids before school or whatever it may be. You still have something. Is it what you want? No. But do you have to go borrow, beg, or steal? No. You'll survive.
Put a little money up.
Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit. This is a few days ago, and I've posted the link to this story in the chat a couple times, talking about the different fires that are going on over here on the West Coast. So this was, it's labeled, police arrest multiple suspects in connection with West Coast wildfires. And it was 2 days ago. It says law enforcement agencies across the West Coast have arrested multiple alleged arsonists accused of intentionally setting fires while hundreds of blazes wreak havoc in several states. At least 7 people have died, hundreds of homes have been destroyed, and countless communities have been evacuated. And the thing is there's like 3 towns, I think, just here in Oregon that have been pretty much wiped off the map. Malden in Washington has been wiped off the map. The towns no longer exist. They've been burnt to the ground. A 1-year-old boy was killed in Washington State, and his parents are in the hospital with over 50% of their bodies being severely burned. And the mother is also pregnant. The bodies of 3 victims were located in Butte County, California, the same location where a deadly campfire took place in 2018. 3 more people were killed in 2 counties in Oregon. So it says there are currently 20 large wildfires burning 476,027 acres in Oregon and Washington. But this was a few days. This was on September 8th that was. Extreme fire weather continues across the region. We all need to do everything we can to minimize every single spark, because with these conditions, a spark could easily result in a wildfire. And then you come up to firefighters continue to build and reinforce control lines on the Sweet Creek milepost. 2 fire helicopters are dropping water on the fire, estimated at over 500 acres. The fire is burning south in forest land, away from the town of Mapleton. And most of this has all been complete. You know, Mapleton is level 3 evac, I believe. They're just, get the hell out. Don't try to get any of your belongings, anything. Just get the hell out. And then there's pictures of the sky on September 9th that some of the Bureau of Land Management, the true BLM of Oregon, posted. So they're pretty nasty. They're just fires just burning. A total of 24 wildfires remained active in California on Thursday, having burned nearly 2.5 million acres. According to the National Integrity Fire Center, just 2 of those blazes have been contained. Bear Fire, more fire activity on Highway 162 near Bidwell Bar Bridge in California. 16 fires, none of which have been contained, raged across Oregon, burning 700,000 acres. Washington State was battling 16 wildfires on Thursday. Wow. None of which have been contained. And I mean, you've got the train bridge. There's a picture of that. There was aglow after it caught fire last night. This was a few nights ago. This was on September 8th. So September 7th, that night, a train bridge. There was a wooden old train bridge between Prosser and Benton City in Washington State. Caught fire and just is burnt to the complete ground. Let me. So, I mean, here's some of the fires that are going on. This is some pictures of Washington and Oregon fires that are going on. Here's the Sweet Creek Milepost 2 fire that they're dropping helicopter buckets. These were the pictures. This is from... Oh, it's going to open a new tab. Screw it. But yeah, so you got these going on. Here's some more pictures. And that's down in that's here in Oregon. This is the Riverside fire burning along the Clackamas River. So that's up closer to like the Portland area.
Oh, fires are a bad deal, obviously. I mean, out west, it's kind of a normal thing. As well as idiots that want to start fires just for the heck of it. You know what I mean? Obviously, people should be a little more cautious, during fire season or whatever. If there's burn restrictions, things like that, be smart about things. But I don't know. To me, this is like hurricane season. We have this every year in a sense. So it might be a little bit more, but my concern is the bigger picture. You got all that burning. You got crops being damaged due to storms. We got COVID. We have people that are off work. We got people that are delinquent on bills. Where's that all point? That's the bigger concern to me. But my heart goes out to anybody who lost their homes and families and stuff like that. That's a serious deal. And somebody did start fires that are responsible for life. I won't even publicly go and state what I'd say should be done, but
Yep.
That's, you got to think of the hardship that's brought upon everybody, even not losing a life. So that's a pretty damn serious thing, just to get your kicks or whatever it is. So
well, get most important to get out. I know, looking down the barrel of everything that you own and love, that's a nightmare, but get your kit and get out if that starts coming your way.
Definitely.
Don't hang around.
This one here, Medford, is about an hour and a half south of me, and there's 82,000 people that are under mandatory evac. So and that fire is 0% contained.
Travis T says he has a friend in Clackamas County who's been out starting fires. He was unable to catch. Oh, I'm sorry. A friend who's seen people in the woods starting fires. Sorry, Travis, but was unable to catch them. Residents are armed and will take action against arsonists.
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Yeah,
you're not just risking your property, but you're risking people's, family, livestock, well-being, everything they worked for what?
Yeah.
Just to be a prick.
Yep.
I don't know.
People don't realize how fast these fires can get out of control. And you can get cut. You think you're safe and far enough away. All of a sudden, the wind shifts, and the next thing you know, you're cut off, and you have nowhere to go. And it can, people that deal with these fires, and they know that, and things can change on a dime. Look at those firefighters a few years ago that got killed fighting the wildfire, and those were the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's like sending a Navy SEAL team on a mission and they all get killed. So no laughing matter, and you gotta it's like with everything, you gotta respect it.
And even if you have a smaller fire, in a sense, if there's something hits your garage and you're lucky to save the house or whatever, they're still coming in and flooding like everything. What you don't lose in the fire, a lot of times you lose in water damage. So my mom went through a fire, and it was pretty horrific seeing her furniture getting tossed out the window. Brand new furniture, so thrown out the windows and stuff. I was like, "Oh shit, that's my mom's place." Like, oh shit, it was bad. Like the ceilings caved in all over her bed and everything from all the insulation. They got to pop holes and stuff. course, this is New York, so it's like a duplex with combined units and everything, and so they're popping holes in everything. Everything's covered with insulation. Everything's soaking wet. You know, the
What's
smoke.
the fire rating on the gun
things.
safe?
It's pretty bad, and just the toxic smell. Well, you're on a trying to get out of Dodge. You got no idea what's being burnt, what you're breathing in there. So, so it affects more people than I think we know, in a sense, just due to that alone.
Well, that's it. The stuff you have in your garage, you don't think of as being toxic, but it is. When I was working in custodial, and we had to go take a course put on by the fire department, and they were talking about the stuff that firemen deal with when they go to a site. What hazardous materials are in there, and so many firemen, because we think of it with 9/11, how many died from cancer and stuff, but that happens every day. The firemen that deal with these fires, that there's chemicals in there burning, and a lot of firemen die in their 50s and 60s, which is young, because of what they inhaled over the years.
So I want to point something out, and really it's kind of the elephant in the room. If my house were to catch on fire sufficiently that it couldn't be fought and it approached my armory, I wouldn't let a fireman anywhere near my house. I wouldn't let anybody anywhere near my house at that point. At that point, let it burn to the ground, because it's more dangerous. I mean, if my armory were to go up, I can't even imagine what this would be like.
But so, Travis was saying that his friend has seen people in Clackamas County setting fires. In that story that I was reading, there was people who have seen them and reported, what kind of vehicles that they were driving and stuff like that. And hopefully, they catch the people that are responsible for these kinds of things. And a state patrol officer in Washington State,
drag them back and let them burn.
A state patrol officer in Washington State over near Puyallup watched a guy start a fire in the median of I-5, allegedly because he lost his camera and he was trying to find it. So he set a fire.
I heard something about that, but I'd just be cautious. I mean, the way things are with a lot of media now, I mean, everything's because it's, now everybody who starts a fire is Antifa or something. I mean, I just, some of these articles, I've heard a little bit about them previously, and I don't know. I'm not saying discredit them or anything, but, just remember where we were getting the information from the damn news. So keep that in mind.
Well, the article that I was reading comes straight from the Police Tribune. So they're a little less, they're going to pretty much, just give you the basic information.
Justify everything their officers do.
Don't trust anything. Take it all with a grain of salt.
I remember
pile it together and make an educated decision.
I remember reading the police report on Rodney King, so I don't buy everything a police station puts out, man.
Well, no, but when you're reading, the Bureau of Land Management, the Forestry Department, and stuff that they're putting out, also, you can't always trust government agencies.
No.
I understand this, but there's certain things that you can take from them and what you're hearing in other agencies, your news organizations and your independent people that are putting out their theories and trying to use, facts to back up and you can kind of piece together what the half-assed true story is.
But you got to be careful, because then you get into picking and choosing, and now you're picking what fits your narrative. So you got to be cautious with that. That's why I think it's best to get a couple sources before you really want to stand on something, because we've all been fooled by headlines. I mean, look at all these what are they, what is it, Mark Dyke or whatever his name is, man on the street, and people are trying to ban water and all types of stupid shit because it sounds good. So you gotta,
Exactly.
anything you don't know, you don't know. You're only hearing from somebody. Same thing with 9/11. Well, that big argument. Nobody knows shit. Most people got nothing to do with it. You got your information from TV, from news, from wherever. You don't know. You're assuming. So anybody that has a different story must be crazy. Why? Because they didn't watch the same thing you watched. It's I don't know. Sorry, I'm having a bad day.
Hey,
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, I used to have a rule where wait 24 hours and then maybe the facts start to come out because, like, the on the ground reporting is always off. And now it's like I think you got to wait 72 hours to a week to get the truth because they're pushing those false narratives even harder than.
And that just may be the approved truth of that at that point too.
I watch everybody.
So
everybody every morning. If I'm interested in an article, I watch everybody's version of it, and then I make up my own damn mind from there.
Mad Sexy says he has to go because his little lady is telling him the pork chops and mixed veggies are ready. So be careful and stay safe out there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sign off also. We're going to get ready to go to dinner, spend some time with the wife. So thanks for letting me be on, and it's a pleasure talking with everyone. So enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yep, and you want to plug your channel before you leave? Because I see you're still staying pretty small.
Yeah, if you care to subscribe, I just kind of do my pretty much unedited reviews and thoughts on stuff. No flash or glam. Two Gun Kitty, the Catnip Outlaws channel. Put up 2 videos today. Try and do at least 1 a week. Some days, sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 a day. Sometimes nothing for a couple of weeks. But just try and be real with it, and not doing anything flashy. And what you see is what you get.
Yeah, thank you for jumping on and hanging out for a little bit. I'm trying to find your channel so I can throw a link out there.
I got it.
Hey, I forgot you were here, man. You're so quiet. You sleeping?
Hey, quiet like a mouse.
Trying to wake up.
All right, everyone take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Be safe out there.
Be safe. G23, try to keep the hands up a little when you're throwing low blows on people, man. I see your channel's still really small.
Oh, I guess we've lost a couple people.
Yeah.
So if Black Cat wants to jump back in, he still has a link. So I wasn't trying to be
ticking everybody off, man.
I am.
Wow.
It's just gonna be like that.
I actually have to go to the car real quick because I realized I left my AR in my car. I was so excited in finishing the upgrades on this AK that I left the AR in the car. I'll be right back.
That's a good place for it.
Neglecting the AR. Neglecting the AR.
I did neglect the AR. It's probably lonely out there right now, crying. It's got a brand new tactical light on it, and I took it to the range to shake it up some and see how it did, and did good. I did 3 to 5 second rushes with it and everything, and it held on tight and worked great.
It can't be too upset because I haven't heard it going off in the background,
Yeah.
Doing some NDs and killing people every day.
Right, yeah.
I haven't heard any of that.
Dangerous. Highly dangerous. You just never know. I'll be right back.
That's probably the reason why I don't have an AR is because I just don't have that kind of insurance money.
Well, yeah, and the way you publicly feel about AKs, how would any AR feel safe in your home? You know, they always feel like you're sizing it up. It's not good enough. What, my rounds aren't big enough? Come on, you know.
Size matters. It's the reason why I don't have a 9. The wife has a 9, but I shoot 40.
Yeah, you go for the big ones, don't you?
Go big or go home.
He said bigger load.
Anyway, so what you been up to, EDC?
Not much. Just hanging out, watching the rain come down. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so I can't go out and shoot.
Yeah, any giveaways coming up?
I'm working on it.
About you, Foss?
Hands are not touching it.
We don't want to see you playing with nothing down there.
You don't see the right here?
Just stop wiggling things, man. It's not good. I got a little screen and I don't know what the hell's going on. Not good. Just joking, of course. But what's going on with you, Foss?
Oh, not much.
Huh? Well, why are you sneaking around every night? What's going on? What are you working on?
He's trying to take over the world.
The same thing I do every day.
So is that code like don't ask about my business if you know what's good for you?
That's from Pinky. Pinky in the brain.
I hate it when you run into that neighbor who's afraid of guns every time you're hauling something out of the car that looks like.
You should see me. I try to be so stealthy and shit. I don't want nobody knowing nothing. You know? And,
There's no way
great.
I'd fool this lady. No way I'd fool anybody in this neighborhood over the years hauling 12 gun boxes to the car to go to the range, right? But it's just I'm stepping out of my car. I back out of my car. I've got the rifle slung on me, and I look over, and she's staring at me. I wave, and she gives me
You
one
said
of
a
those
good
half
afternoon
waves.
or something, right?
Yeah, I threw her a big
You're a
wave.
good ambassador.
She kind of gave me that half wave with that little partial smile, like, is he fucking crazy or not?
If I don't wave, am I going to be on his list?
You're right. Oh, God.
So, I see we were joined out there by Rugaru's channel. Have you watched his zombie, the NEA's $300 or less zombie challenge gun?
Yes,
Video?
I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got some pretty good content for only having like 28 people that are subscribed to him. I don't see how people are overlooking his channel.
Well, we're trying to give him exposure, G23. Please don't belittle the rest of us, too. We'll be good, we promise.
I don't know. It seems like if I talk bad about you, your channels will go up.
Right? No, I like Rougarou stuff. It's fun.
Oh yeah, he's got great content. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, he's got pretty darn good content. He's got way better content than I've got.
Yeah, my channel, I can understand. It's not for everybody. You know, not everybody wants to grow a pair. You know, not everybody wants to regrow your hair. Not everybody wants high testosterone levels. You know, so you know, if you don't want winning lottery numbers, then fine, don't subscribe. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't want to see J-Lo shaking her butt out of the room once in a while, I don't know what to tell you. But it's there. You just got to look.
Dude.
Hey, I've got video evidence of the kind of stuff you produce. I mean, all you got to do is look back on my life.
That ball thing had nothing to do with me. That girl, that was all voluntary on her. I was trying to keep the camera away from that girl.
like when you were in the mall on one of my live streams, and I mean, just highlighting women's butts. You're just
No, see, I was keeping the phone down, being respectful, not showing people's faces. And I can't help if somebody walks in front or comes and turned around and just puts something on display, like in my lap. I tried to back off, but you know.
Sure.
It's not his fault he followed him around the mall.
Exactly. It's not his fault.
No, that's not how it went down. And just for that, all of you should go back and watch that. You know,
It's
check
not-
out
it's-
these.
It's
There's
not,
some interesting stuff with some mannequins, and it got a little iffy in there.
throwing his cell phone under the dressing room doors.
No, but we did find Night Strike's dress.
Yes, we did. But going down an escalator, highlighting women's butts. Oh wait, that was his own woman.
No, I'm just being polite, trying to keep faces out of things.
We're just giving you a bad time.
So, Nighthawk, I don't know, since I was a little bit late. Are you still going to do a giveaway?
Yeah,
doing a giveaway?
I'm giving away every week. The first giveaway is happening on the 18th. I'm giving away 100 rounds of 9mm 115 Winchester White Box until the week of the 16th. And the week of the 16th, the last giveaway will be a single case of 420 rounds of Federal 5.56 by 45mm.
Wow.
No obligation, but we are choosing names based on subscribers to the channel. No purchase necessary.
So what he's saying is everyone should go unsubscribe from him and resubscribe.
That's not how that works, sir. All you have to be is subscribed, and your name will come up on the list automatically.
Now, if you've already
But yeah.
won a giveaway, does your name still stay on that giveaway list? Or?
Yes, absolutely. This is a new contest. We're not. I'm not into the whole. You won a sticker 6 months ago, so you don't get to participate in $50 worth of ammo. That's a real dick move. So no, I'm not doing that.
What about you?
$50 worth of it. Listen to it. He sounds like a salesman. I'm gonna take this $14 box and give it to you for $50, and it's a deal because that's what somebody's selling it for.
Google it.
Yeah.
Google it.
What are you using? Arms list prices here, buddy? All right. We get the picture.
He
You
signs
got
every
it.
box.
We want it.
He's using that company that we don't talk about. He's using their price list.
Well, no, I can't remember what I paid for it at this point. I'm just talking about it's in my rotation collection, so it's
So cheap he doesn't even want to say.
it's at the 6 month mark at this point, so it's being rotated. And so I thought rather than going out and doing mag dumps, I'd let somebody else have fun with it.
9mm is the way to go, man. I mean, that's
Yep.
cool giving out ammo. People, may see it as a dirty move or something, but it's something people want. So it's
I think you should give away 40 cal ammo.
personally think it beats stickers.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think
just
so.
me.
Well, I checked it against Facebook's rules, and as long as I don't have any specific requirements, I'm good to go. And it could be that I end up getting a couple of new subscribers. That'd be nice, or it could be that the subscribers that I have all get a crap ton of ammo, and that would be great too. So, one way or another, I'm happy with it.
Travis T says, hopefully he's hoping to get his zombie gun done this week. So keep an eye out for that
Nice.
video.
Nice. I can't wait to see that.
Yep.
My zombie gun's over here. I've just finished the wood embossing on it, and I'm going to sell it at our local gun shop at an exorbitant price with my signature on it.
So what he's talking about? He's gonna sell it for $125 when he paid $50 for it,
Basically.
and the signature is free.
Yep. I finished the double barrel that I'm going to be using for my Wildcat testing, so I'm going to get rid of that one.
So
I think you guys are all off. You know, you should be using like bladed weapons, bumpers, traps, all that type of stuff for the zombies, and save the guns for the assholes you got to deal with. They're going to try to eat you afterwards. So
NEA put it up as a zombie gun, right? He wanted to do a gun, so we all did a gun. I mean, I took a house fire break action shotgun, got it for $50, and tacked it out. You know what I mean? It's got a laser, a light, a red dot on it.
Well, I know in all the zombie movies, as soon as you take a shot, the whole herd comes in on you. So, you know, I just don't see it as being practical. You know, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
I have a military grade katana, so I have some melee.
So Southpaw RX says shipping could get pricey. Very kind of you, Nighthawk Medic.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, hell no. And you're gonna have to use what, FedEx?
I'm gonna do it through my FFL.
Oh, well,
It's
maybe.
probably good.
Shit, I don't want to win then.
Some
I'll
of
get
the
charged
states
just
have
to
to
pick
go
it
to
up.
an FFL.
Yeah, some of the states have to do an FFL, but I don't think your FFL would charge you to pick up ammo. That's stupid.
I don't know. I haven't asked, but from when I asked about ordering ammo and stuff like that, that's pretty much the answer I got. Even if I want to go down there and swap a gun from my name to my friend's, I'm getting charged. You know, so I don't. You know, they charge you for everything. Everything's at least $40. So it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have my FFL send it to people's houses. There's restriction states listed in the thing. I'm gonna do a video on it. I put it on Facebook, but I'm gonna do a video on it too. There's states that I can't have it sent to. It's just
California?
not even legal. Well, it's more than you think. A lot of places.
Oh no, if you go onto like Minuteman, they list off, it's like 12, 13 states that you can't send ammo to. Well, they won't send ammo to. Or if they send it to that, they have to send it to an FFL. You know, so. Which is funny because I've looked on a couple different websites for ammo suppliers. And like some will say, yeah, we'll send it directly to your house. And others say, no, we won't even ship it to, you know, it's gonna be a FFL required shipping.
Yep.
I'm not sure if the law has changed in New York, but I was told recently by a gun shop owner that people were telling him that they were getting ammo shipped direct to their house in New York from a certain site.
State, yes. City, no.
Okay. So you know, to me, that's news because every time initially I looked into it, I was told no.
Yeah.
And
New York City is a no-go. New York State is fine.
And, you know, when I also come across is, again, you know, it may be $1 or $2 cheaper online a box, but I'm always going to have to pay that $40 on top of anything anyway. So it really doesn't make it any cheaper for me. So
yeah,
I haven't bought anything online or whatever, but was just curious and thought I'd point that out in case there's anybody else in New York. So I was kind of shocked to hear that from the gun store. So usually they want your business, so they don't tell you to go to a website.
You know, I have found less and less people in a lot of gun stores these days that are actually pressed for business like they used to be. I think people are kind of forgetting that gun stores have got it pretty easy right now if they can get inventory.
Yeah, pretty much everything's just selling itself.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta let the dog out, so I'll be right back.
Dude, don't tell us about it. God, you can just go do it. No pictures too either, or maybe a few pictures. Just send them to Atcast.
Send them to me. I don't need to see that.
It's funny.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not going to be cheap, but it's going to be fun. It's going to make people happy, and they're going to get. What I'm going to ask is if I can get pictures of them shooting with their ammo. You know what I mean? I think it'd be fun to see some of the fans. It would be fun.
Midnight saying he's gonna have Kosan Arms on his chat tomorrow.
Oh, that's sweet.
He's done one with him
Again?
before.
Good. Maybe they're gonna give him a damn deal this time.
Yeah,
Offer
no
him
shit.
something. Damn. I wouldn't even know of them people if it wasn't for Midnight. So
Yeah.
Are they gonna give one away like they did with the trigger, Digi Trigger?
Cricket, 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 cricket.
Don't they start at like $1,200? I don't think they're giving away a squat, but it may be a discount code.
I don't know.
Half
Cricket.
price.
Dixie Trigger gave away 2 Dixie Triggers on Ghost's channel.
Yeah, well, shit, the price they're going for, I'm sure they probably only got $70 into them. So
Yeah,
that
I'm
markup
sure
has
there's
got to
$900.
get the name out there, you know.
They got tracking chips in it so they can track you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, what was
So-
From what I hear, those triggers are cool, but you know that price just doesn't seem practical. It
ridiculous.
seems like they're limiting the
$600
market to those people that just got more money than brains, in a sense. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a cool little thing, but you know, and the way it designs, I mean, it's supposedly even if your batteries die or whatever, you can still run your gun like normal. So I think that's genius. That's the key, is you wouldn't have to swap something or this or that if it came down to it. So, but still, that price, I mean, yeah, that's, you're spending a lot of money to spend a lot of money dumping ammo, playing with it. You know what I mean? So you got to have a lot of damn money. That's really limiting your people. I think if you made it, I don't know. I'm different. In my opinion, you price things at a point people can reach, and you know they're gonna come back to it. You know what I mean? So it's you shoot it up there and you only make 10 sales, but they're all high. I mean, that's great, but it's putting a lot of eggs in one basket. So
Oh yeah.
maybe they can't meet production or what they'd project to the demand would be, and maybe that's the way they're trying to control it, is by starting it high. So you work on those first time people, those ones that have more money than brains could state, or you know, I don't want to put it that way, just people that have tons of money, I guess. So and then maybe it gets a little cheaper and cheaper, and then like VCRs, how they started off so much, or DVDs or computers, and now you can get them for a quarter of the initial cost, and they're a dime a dozen.
Well, a lot of times those entry level people, like with Sol Invictus with the AA-12, right? So Sol Invictus, I think I was in $4,000 on that first model AA-12, right? And I bought the AA-12 and bought a couple of drum mags for it. And we were basically paying to start their assembly line, right? All the pre-orders. And then they sent a machine gun to the ATF, and all that went out the door. So they didn't even have the money to continue their process to refund us, because they had spent all that money trying to get their assembly production up and running. So I figured I'd get the first one at full price, and I had it was number 8. I was going to have like the number 8 shotgun, right? And then I would use 2 years down the line or whatever, I'd buy another one for $1,500 or something like that, because they'd get a lot cheaper. But You know,
Sorry, you lost me with the AA-12. I mean, yeah, you bought that. You got an arms room, but
Yeah,
you're getting
I
dirty looks from
tried
your
to buy
neighbor outside. You
was-
don't have a garage. I mean,
no, I tried to buy an
underneath
AA-12.
the heated pool or what?
No, Sol Invictus would not. Sol Invictus Arms would not sell us the AA-12 because they messed it up. They couldn't do it. They couldn't produce it. They sent the ATF what was basically a machine gun lower because they didn't actually have a semi-auto version of it constructed. And so the ATF took one look at it and said, "You guys are trying to build a machine gun," and kept them from building it. And so by that time, Sol Invictus Firearms had taken all of the startup money for that and had started working on the tooling set, but they were also using that money to fund other projects. And so when everybody came to get their refund, they said, "Oh, we're sorry, we can't give you a refund." Well, I'm not an idiot. Anytime there's a beta for anything, I put it on the American Express card. And so I called American Express and said, "Hey, they're not delivering." And they said, "Okay, refund."
A smart way of doing it.
It is. I've been burned so many times on that where you get startup companies that are trying to get their startup capital going just the way you described, to actually build whatever they're doing, and they never get around to it. So after a while, I quit giving anybody what would be cash money for anything like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah. Sometimes it seems like a lot of these startups, once they get a little money coming in, they start taking a little vacation, and then it turns into leisure, and the next thing you know, everything went down the tube. So,
Uh-huh.
got to be cautious with some of these, smaller ones. So,
It's
but
like
there's people out there that do know how to budget and run a good deal and get things done too. So, yeah, you just got to be careful. And obviously, if you're making any business agreements, have damn good paperwork, because, see a lot of fools out there. It's a shame that you can't trust a handshake these days, but you can't. So, not when it comes down to your finances. So,
No.
paperwork is your friend.
Yep.
So, like Travis T says, you don't want every gun owner to buy your widget. You want every gun owners to buy your widget for every gun.
Yeah, this is truth. I have 6 Olights.
Wouldn't that be the opposite of Glock's format then? I mean, Glock, the gun's cheap, but they sell it at a higher cost in a sense. So what if Glock came out and it was $1,000 gun?
Well, you're going to call me
would it still be in
retard if that thing works, man?
well, would it still be in every police department? And would it have the image it was if it was at a price that the average person had a harder time reaching?
Probably not.
And initially, they were damn near giving them away in some cases. Not really, but you know what I mean? To departments and things like that, just to get it out there. And look what they accomplished. I mean, look at all the movies. Everybody knows Glocks. I hate them, and I don't hate them. I just, I know everybody knows a Glock. Either you show somebody a picture of a gun or show them to draw a picture, they're going to draw a 1911 or a Glock when it comes to handguns. It's just what it is in America now. So.
I can't draw a Glock or a 1911.
I think that's the picture that comes in most people's mind. Maybe a revolver for some, depending on age. But, most people, it's probably going to be, look at the no gun signs. They're usually a 1911 or a Glock, and I laugh because I'm like, I'm carrying an M&P. What idiots!
I see a lot of those. I see a lot of the Beretta 92 signs.
Yeah. Well, it's, I guess, it all depends, but I think it's, it's an iconic brand everybody knows, even if you don't know guns. But I think that's because it was at a price that most people could afford. So, is it better to become that, or is it better to be that one-off that makes $2,000 a year, but you're doing well? I don't know.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to make a Facebook post shareable. My post on my personal channel this morning is getting likes all over the place.
It's probably in your settings because everything I post on Facebook is always shareable. I haven't been able to not put it as shareable. And I
Guess
haven't
I could
looked into it.
search shareable. I don't know. Anyway, no, but I think you're right, dude. I think there's an opportunity for some smart. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think if I tried to draw a gun, it'd probably look like a high point.
I tend to draw revolvers.
Well, that's all I think in the
323.
marketing, how you want to go about things. But
Yeah.
every company has their own reasons, I'm sure, and limitations, whether they realize it or not. But what you may want to do and what you can do, it could be two different things. But it just shocks me that they would come out so high. But again, I don't know what their plan is. Maybe maybe in 2 years they're going to be 350, and then that's going to, I think, double the size of who would actually be looking to try one. So, but who knows?
Rich White says Glocks are used by a lot of PDs because they only pay $200 per gun.
DM Falls, check this out, chat.
I
23,
got
check
it.
the chat set.
Yeah, I got it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Glock is only a $200-300 gun, and their advertising said no. We're
Yep.
gonna sell it for $600, $600. That way,
Yep.
people know it's good.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and I think everybody who loves Glocks because they are solid. They're a solid pistol. They're a 6, and what I mean is, it works hard, but it's not attractive. I carry a Glock 19 every day of my life because I've been carrying Glocks since Gen 19 since Gen 3, and I've never even had a failure to fire not cartridge related. And so I've never had a failure on the guns at all. And so people say you have PPQs and H and Ks, and I have 5 of everybody's pistol here. I've got P365s and all these things, but that stupid Glock 19's on your hip every day. And I said, the day the Glock 19 fails, I'll stop carrying it. But they've yet to put one in my hands that has failed.
I pretty much carry a 19. It's just a 23. But
My intent wasn't to turn this into a Glock love fest, guys. Come on.
Hang on. I'll send you a picture of
I
me
think
rubbing my Glock all over my body.
I think you're the only one on the panel that does not have a Glock. I have the 23.
I think you're right.
I have the
I
23.
did own one.
We gotta
but-
change that.
Yeah, we could have fixed that.
Alright,
you guys
so
want to
every-
chip in and buy me one? I'm fine with it. I'll
we
take
can-
one.
we
Don't
can do
get
it
me
this
wrong. It's just,
We can do it this way. Everybody send a part to him,
Oh,
and then that way he can build one.
and he could just buy an 80% lower.
He can't because 80% are illegal in New York.
Oh crap!
correct.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. So it would be an investment of love for him to reassemble a lower that had been cut into 3 different pieces. And so if we send him a lower that's been cut into 3 different pieces,
Weld.
JB Weld, yeah, there we go.
Or
Here
Those are friends right there. I tell you. Yeah.
we got
Or
you.
Glue back together a plastic gun. There you go, buddy. Thanks.
or you
Only
just go
with
to
love.
CDNN and you buy one of the police trade-ins for like $250, $300.
I got a police trade-in Glock 21 one time. It was in really great shape. I had the slide Cerakoted just because, but other than that, man, great pistol.
Most of those police trade-ins are hardly ever fired. They probably have 200 rounds through them for like qualifying and stuff. That's probably all they have through them, and then you just got holster wear from them taking them in and out of the holsters.
I'm betting it's more rounds than that.
Yeah,
And,
this
Yeah,
one
you're
had been
looking at-
fired a lot.
Yeah, a lot of departments have like quarterly or, there's set limits on when they got to go. So I know there's been complaints, a lot of departments where they don't have the funding to even have the ammunition to do qualification. So they're buying their own ammo to bring in and stuff like that. So that's where, jumps in that whole funding of the police. I mean, some police departments are barely making it as it is in some situations. So really, I think there's just a balance that's offset in cases where we got a bunch of stuff we don't need, and other places, these poor guys are wearing vests that are probably expired 3 years ago. You know what I mean? In a sense, which whether you love the police or not, if that was you, you'd want good, decent equipment. So yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day what my impression on that was, and I said, well, if you're going to have cops that are scared to death, up armor them and down arm them. And they said, what do you mean? I said, give them more armor, remove all gun control laws, and take away their AR-15s. They said, I'm not sure how to respond to that. I said, well, if the citizenry can fight off any threat that comes across and your police officers are virtually impervious to incoming fire, it should be a bad place for criminals to hang on. They disagreed with my perspective.
I kind of see it. I mean, I think, a great way to fix a lot of this is give more power to the people for, tactical doctrine, self-defense, and a lot of this stuff will stop. I mean,
it will. It'll stop dead. We don't have as much crazy shit going on in my state than most even considered to be 2A strong states do, because you just can't go anywhere without somebody having a gun. I did something the other day just for fun. I did the Every Second Matters thing. And so I was open carrying that day. And it's not like I just stayed in my house and worked all day. I went and I ran around, did some regular errands, and I intentionally did some extra places, right, just to see. And what I found was it was other concealed carriers walking up to me going, dude, do you open carry all the time? Tell me about what it's like. I said, no. And I explained to them about the 2A matters, and they had enhanced permits, so they open carried too. I mean, it's so common around here. You'd be in a lot of trouble if you did something stupid.
This song is sponsored by.
I just got an email saying that Wake Forest and Clemson are starting.
Yeah, I'm not watching any kind of sports until they stop being political.
It's college.
I don't care.
I don't watch sports, period.
Yeah.
I'd play a sport, but I don't see the draw in watching. I mean, live your life, don't watch your life. Yeah, most of them, they're all wearing spandex, slapping each other on the ass. It's just not my thing. I'm just being out. If it's your thing, that's fine. I don't care. It's just not my thing.
Does it bring feelings that you have trouble controlling? Is that what's going on?
No, I just don't see the draw. You know what I mean? I really don't. I got no problems playing. I've played in school and things like that. No problem. But going to watch and just sit there, it's like, I don't know. No, it's not even like that.
Suddenly, life had new meaning to me.
Well,
Okay.
one of the leagues I noticed yesterday that I didn't see any never forget from them was the NFL.
Yeah.
Our local sports balling team. I looked at the NFL site. I looked at, on Instagram. I tagged them in our baseballing team, put up a notice, so I tagged the football team and said, I guess you forgot to remember. And
did they remember after that?
No. Even the Euro Trash soccer team, put out theirs. But,
Dude.
All right, now you got me thinking. All this damn money wasted in sports. What could be done with our health care? What could be done with the roads? What could be done for yourself? Like, the sports are crazy in this country. Like, the money people make, bitching, complaining about, oh, I'm only getting $1 million to ride on the bench for a year. Like, shit, I'll go ride on the bench wearing a dress for $1 million a year. Like, are you kidding me? And the whole thing's ass backwards. You love to play this game, and then you want to bitch because you're not making millions of dollars. Well,
it's
if you
always
love to play it, it shouldn't be all about the damn money. Well,
it's always
teachers
funny
get
when
screwed.
you hear them say,
Jobs that matter, you don't make money. This bullshit, you're making big money and you're some superstar idol. And now look at people. They all walk around with the socks and sandals and shit looking like idiots, in my opinion. I don't get it, man. Like, because one idiot does something, it's cool for the rest of the world. Most of these people are felons, criminals. They're all idiots, most of them. I mean, they smack their wives up in front of people on camera and shit like they're some other class. I say fuck all sports and all that shit, personally.
how many players have you heard that say, I would play it for free if I could? None of them would play it for free.
I don't see why we idolize them the way we do. I mean, it's in the end, it's bread and circus. You're being distracted from that and avoiding what really counts in the world, in my opinion.
I freely admit I'm a sucker. I like watching the sports ball. I enjoy it very much, and I get sucked into it. And I haven't watched any this year just because of the junk that they're doing.
I lost it for NBA was the only one I ever really watched, and I lost it a few years back because it wasn't even high quality play anymore.
No, and I quit when they took my team. God damn it, they took my team. Oklahoma Thunder can go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
I am still pissed.
Could that have been the Seattle Sounders or the Seattle
Sonics?
Supersonics?
Yes.
Supersonics, yes. That's all right, dude. Nobody else could stand that watching them not win anything anymore either. So, I mean, they needed to move.
Well, no, that's that was the owner. The son of a bitch suppressed the team because he had a clause in his contract where if when they're losing revenue and losing viewers, he could move the team, and that's what he did. He gutted. I get a little upset over this. He gutted the team, kept Durant, got rid of everybody else. The team tanked, and then he moved.
Well, but they're still not winning anything.
Well, I don't give a shit about them now. And I like you had said, the quality. I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
LeBron is a great athlete that doesn't have to dribble.
Yeah. At all. Michael Jordan didn't dribble much either. And so I grew up watching Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, AC Green, Byron Scott on a fast break. Okay. That was my youth in basketball. These were great teams. The Lakers and the Celtics and the 76ers. Fundamental, high-quality basketball, fast-moving, fun basketball. And now what I see is garbage. It's filth.
Now they do a drop step and there's no drop. It's just step or continuation is like 4 or 5 steps.
Yep.
But no, I'm still mad about losing the Sonics. And then Oklahoma, they claim the Sonics history as their history. So, when they show all the great players that have played or all the things that they've done, they're showing Sonics highlights, and they're not Oklahoma.
Well,
so I just got a new subscriber. It's a PCC Kid.
Don't watch their channel.
It looks like he's pretty brand new. He's got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he actually has videos. Okay,
8 videos.
I've picked up a couple of subscribers in the last week who tell me that I'm hot and they want to go out with me.
Oh yes.
That was me. Sorry. That was
Oh,
me.
was that you? Anju?
Oh no.
I've gotten some weird comments like that or whatever. So, and I've seen them in other people's stuff where it was actually a female's channel, and in the comment section it was like, "Hi boys, check me out at such and such," like, you know, like as
Yep.
if it had any relevance to what was going on in the thing. You
Those
know,
are
it
bots.
was, yeah, I've seen a few of those lately going around. So
I've been
Most
getting
of the
trolls
people-
lately.
Most
You
of the
been getting
people
trolled?
that subscribe to mine don't want people to know they subscribe to mine. So
Yeah, they're hidden.
hey, what happened to your other channel, man? I can't find it.
it's still there. I just haven't done anything.
Well, I don't
Trying to-
know if it unsubscribed me or what, because I subscribed when you sent the one thing to me, and then now I can't even find it in my.
Barely
I can't
practical.
figure out the name or anything. So
Barely practical.
I'll put a link out in the chat here in just a second.
Ixnay on the He Doesn't
Practically.
Know You Bandy May.
Wow.
Oh, you got a troll out there, G23.
Let's see who it is. Is it Warsaw Patriot?
No, it's Rich White.
Oh, Rich White. Yeah, that figures.
damn rich guys.
I like some of the really great. But yeah, so there's some crazy ones out there, or you know, that they're like, you see their icon as some half naked chick, you know.
Yeah, seen that the
Yeah.
other day when I was sitting there with my lady, and it just popped up on my phone, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Look at this shit!" Like she didn't see it. Like, look at this, this crap.
Society has just degraded. I swear. No, I opened an email one time next to my wife at work, and I was on my personal laptop, but I was, it was during my work hours, and I opened an email on my laptop, and it seemed nondescript. It was talking about a gun channel and all that stuff, and the first picture that popped up, or it was this, almost nothing on young lady with an AK, and my wife was like, "Christ, is that your work computer?"
Oh,
I was like,
my wife would just start laughing because midnight last night on Foul Territories chat, when I commented about that it was a female behind the counter at the gun store, and he commented, "Is your wife within ear range of that?" Yeah, my wife was right there when I said it, and my wife was right there at the gun store when I bought the ammo. My wife's like, "It was 9mm ammo. It was for me. I would have traded you for favors too to get the price lower." So she was like, "I'll pimp your ass out for money for lower cost 9 any day." I'm like, wow, I just feel like a cheap piece of meat now.
well, knowing your role is important in this world.
Yeah, I found out that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
movie? Ebb and Flow. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Right?
It's hard out here for a pimp. Okay.
Now we know what you do on your time off, Nighthawk.
Me? No.
That's your side gig.
No, this is my side gig. I work, I restore antique firearms, I play around on StreamYards, I make videos, and I pay for things. That's my whole life, man.
Good cover up. Good cover up.
Rich, you need to ban the troll G23. He's funny.
Oh, Katie's outside.
I'm missing it all. I can't even see the chat.
Oh, he
Miss
said.
all the good stuff.
So Rich White says, "We've seen you on Cam G23. You're not just a piece of meat. You're the entire ham.
That was actually kind of hateful. Rich, we're no longer laughing at you.
Some people like ham.
Hell
I
yeah.
do like ham.
I mean, they want that piece of bacon.
Just
They want that pork sausage.
this is getting to be. Oh my God! A foot long in a bag of nuts.
You smack an ass and you get that little ham jiggle going on. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Oh, good Lord!
Oh,
Good thing you're not monetized.
right? And now you understand why this channel will never be monetized.
We look.
So how many
closely-
subs were you trying to lose, Nighthawk?
Well, listen, there
You
were
know-
15.
My goal is to get to 15,000 subs, so that 15,000 people every time they watch one of my videos hear me say, "Go vote." Protect your First and Second Amendment rights
So
until it bores into people's skulls, and they do it.
why are
And you
you
know what they're going to say? They're all going to be like, well, how much ammo are you going to give me?
I give stuff away every so often just for fun.
my question is why are you limiting yourself to 15,000, not 15 million?
I want to be realistic. In a year of trying, I have 194. So let's. I figure I might live long enough to see 15,000.
Well, you know, the thing is what I've been
That's
doing
smart.
this.
It's smart. You make small, reachable goals, and you get the feeling of accomplishment, which propels
Yep.
you further. So it's smart.
Yep.
Warsaw says, I saw your comment on my 9/11 tribute video, and then I appreciate it. Well, I commented on every 9/11 video that I saw out there yesterday. And, you know, we need to remember, and we made a promise 19 years ago that we were not going to forget, that we were going to instill it into the next generation what happened, and yet sadly a lot of us seem to have forgotten, or we may not have forgotten, but we just don't give a damn, it seems like. And it's pretty pathetic.
I think if you look around, there's reminders every day that most people
Mhm.
probably touch 1,000 times or more
Mm-hmm.
of what's acquired from that day. So in a sense, to me, I like it's no disrespect in anything. I think it's great, but it's still affecting our lives, whether you know it or not, to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Patriot Act.
Yep. Patriot Act's the big one.
And then you think about what 2012, 2011, 2012, when Benghazi happened on September 11th.
Oh, get me started on that. You get me
Yeah.
enraged today. Don't even get me going.
Yeah. He's been ducking Hillary's crew for a while now, dude. Don't get him back on the target list. We'll find him. He'll have suicided by shooting himself in the back of the head with a 12 gauge.
Oh my
4 times.
God! You just don't leave your people hanging like that. Oh, and then lie about it to their family on the tarmac. You dirty piece of.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
And
you
you
know-
remove people that were going to go against your order to go in and stop it. But no, you couldn't have that. Oh, God. That's just so disrespectful, so distasteful. That's an embarrassment and a shame on our country, to our service members. Damn shame.
That sleep was more
Yep.
important than what was going on in Benghazi.
Oh, she wasn't asleep.
No, but
She's ignoring
Obama
it.
was.
He wasn't asleep either.
That was his claim. I was asleep.
They were sitting in a room somewhere watching it happen. Please let this guy die so we don't have to screw with what he's about to expose us for. Now you got me into it. I'm going down the trail too.
Yeah, I give it to those guys that left the little CIA spot and ran down to help against orders anyway and died
Yep.
trying to do the right damn thing. Those
Yep.
are heroes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Could have been you, man. Could have been you. Could have been me. Could have been, could have been a lot of people. It's a shitty deal.
Yep.
Yeah. It could have been any of us. Yeah. So there are people predicting it could be all of us in 2 months having to give back here.
Yeah.
So we just don't know.
Hey, all my guns got burnt up in the fires of the West Coast.
None of my stuff got burned up.
Boating accident?
Not even a boating accident. It's here in a safe. I think, in my opinion, and I guess everybody has to choose their path, but the concept, if you think you should be hiding, it's too late to hide.
Yep.
It's way too late to hide if you think you should have to hide it.
So, Foss, have you been reading the side chat?
Yeah, sort of, maybe, kind of.
Anyone else?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm reading it.
I don't really have.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't see it. So if they're talking crap, just tell them. Just tell them.
Nope, there's no.
I don't understand what that's supposed to be. I don't know. Anyway.
Too many secrets. No
Kind of
secret.
chat where they just read secrets in front of us. We get a guess. Too many secrets, Hachi.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Yeah, you had to.
Well, the comments, and I was watching what Warsaw Patriot was saying.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, I have a one-on-one with my manager at work, just to catch up and talk about what's going on. He's in Colorado. I'm here in Texas. And because it was Friday, and I asked him, I said, so, what do you remember from 9/11? That's something I bring up every year with whoever I'm talking to. And I listened to him tell, where he was and what he was doing, and just to hear what other people's experiences are. I try and, incorporate that into my own personal history as well, just to listen to them. And he asked me the same question, and about 2 sentences in, he stopped talking. I said, "Are you still there?" And he goes, "Are you sure you want to be telling me this?" And I went, "Yeah, it's okay." I said, "It's not classified or anything." I said, because I have a very unique perspective during that time where I was working and what I was doing. So
yeah.
It's very personal to me, and the fact that I could smell the jet fuel burning. I could see the damage, and it personally affected people that I worked with, and obviously it affects us all because we're Americans. But it's always good for me to remember, and I also make sure my sons never forget, and we talk about it because they don't recall, they weren't alive.
Yeah.
So to explain to them what happened and why it's important. Same thing with Benghazi and other events. But you want to remember it. You need to be able to be the voice to share that with other people so that they understand why it's important.
Well, I didn't have nearly that close contact to it as you did. Obviously, I have a little background on you to know what you were doing. But from my viewpoint in the military at the time, we were watching that, and every one of us was so gung ho, set to go off and change
Absolutely.
the world. We were chomping at the bit. I remember putting on all of my gear and going for a run every day for 2 weeks, just because the moment that order came, I wanted to be ready to rock. You know what I mean?
Yep, I absolutely do.
And to see America come together around that was an amazing thing. But what hurt me is just how quickly we forgot, and how quickly we started to turn our backs on it. That blew my mind.
A lot of that too is a part of our culture, and the fact that if it's not right in front of you, then people tend to just look at the next, hey, look at this other thing, hey, look at that other thing.
Yeah.
And it really does, it disheartens you, but at the same time, I'm not one that's going to forget it. I'm not one that's going to let it just become something. Oh, I remember vaguely something happened at one time. It was bad, but just
Some
because
people
of
did something.
exactly, and they came from all walks of life. They were all different colors, religions, creeds. Everything came together to help each other in a time of need, sacrificing everything in some cases, just trying to be decent people.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
And it is probably, well, no, not probably, the single reason why I re-enlisted. So there is no other reason. After that moment, I was actually about to process, to DEROS to get out of the service. And after that happened, I immediately said, I'm going to re-enlist for 4 years. And I asked a senior official where I worked, I said, would you do my re-enlistment here on premise? And they said, absolutely. So we gathered up who we needed to, and I did my re-enlistment for 4 more years. So, because I knew we had our work cut out for us. We had more stuff to do.
Oh yeah. There was no doubt in anybody's mind. I mean, retention was at a record high at that point. If you were a recruiter, boy, that went from being a hard duty to being nothing.
Absolutely.
Let me make this year's quota this week. That was actually phenomenal. You know what I found to be most interesting, actually? So my job changed entirely. And so there was a joke. It was kind of a joke in the military, and that is they would refer to medics as medcanics. And that was because a lot of times, obviously during peacetime, there's not as heavy demand for your combat medic. And so they'd relegate them to the motor pool and things of that nature. And so there became a massive shift in the training. The 91 Whiskey program came about, teaching medics to be emergency medical technicians and things of that nature, really accelerating the type of training that people received. And even before we knew where we were going to be boots on the ground, people were receiving a much improved education. Time was being used more efficiently. I only wanted to smack Rumsfeld about 8 different times the day that wins. See, somebody else.
I worked with them on a daily basis. I worked with all of what our job was, and what we did entailed bringing all those groups together. So we got to see them or hear them every single day. And there were times when you have to remember, I'm here to do my job and support the office, not people.
Yeah, not that asshole over there. But yeah, his comments on we go to war with the army that we have, not the one that we want, infuriated me. I mean, there's nobody in the military that does not know that's the case, right? You're going to march with what you have, but don't get indignant with the American public when they're afraid that their boys are going to get cut to ribbons.
Oh yeah.
So G-Web says, I think Carrie posted this. Remember, a lot of people online were barely babies then. Like you said, we need to let them know because they can't remember. On the other hand, look at Pearl Harbor. Look at the Revolutionary War. We also need to let things go or we'll just be angry a-holes on the planet. No.
Forgetting history is suicide.
Yeah, you're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
That's a long quote, long-standing quote, but I'm sure that we've acted irrationally many, many times, but we wouldn't have the freedoms that we have now to fight, if we didn't stand up against the things that were wrong.
And ultimately, we've never been 100% right. And I think
Oh,
a
no.
lot of times
No.
people confuse patriotism for complete, advocacy for no matter what the behavior is that we demonstrate. But I tell people all the time, if tomorrow the United States Army knocks on the door and says, hey, we really need you to throw on that uniform. Oh, I guess you can't squeeze into it. Take this one and come out here and support. Well, I'll do it. No questions asked. I'll drop everything and do it. I'll take the massive pay cut and I'll go do it. When COVID-19 first came out, they were sending out emails to medical folks asking if anybody wanted to volunteer to help support with COVID-19. Former enlisted and former officers. And what was it? 3.2 million of us? I mean, including some people in their 70s were like, yup.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We'll do it, right? And I think we're the greatest country on earth because we have those kind of people. You know what I mean? My state, the volunteer state, is named for that specific behavior.
And Patriot says also the Japanese became pretty swell after World War II after a while.
Yeah, it only took 2 nuclear bombs and the rebuilding of their country.
Like Travis T says, remember that 9/12/2001, we were all united as Americans. There was nearly zero division in the country.
So that can be dangerous too, but yeah.
Yeah, what's to say that now would be the perfect time to have another one, right? According to some people.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Foss, by the way, said he had to leave. He was tired of this conversation and was highly offended by it.
It seemed like it. I figure everyone just is trying to rotate and jockey positions.
My internet dropped, so I missed most of what you said.
Oh, that's
I don't
too
want to
bad.
be last.
But,
Not much. We just realized and talked about that aliens are real. We know who shot JFK, and all that information is proven. That's all you missed.
but I was just gonna say, I think what G-Webs meant. I don't know if you covered this or not. Not that you forget, what happened, but you have to move on a little bit from that anger. You remember and you learn your lessons and you keep that with you, but you're just not, pissed off at the world for the rest of your life.
I don't think that
No,
was
I agree,
discussed, and I don't think it comes across that way, at least not for me. I'm not angry
No.
at anyone. I don't
Nope.
target anyone. It took specific things done to hurt people, and
Oh, yeah.
those people are gone now, so there's no reason to hate anyone else. But to forget that something like that can happen on our soil is a little short-sighted.
Well, and I tell people all the time, within range of my house, I personally know a few Iraqis and a couple of Afghanis. And so to say I've gotten over those things and let them go is an understatement, to say the least. I think, but what we can't do, and I'm sure that G Webbs understands this better than anybody else, we cannot repeat our history. We cannot let these things happen again.
Yep.
And really, we're kind of looking at 1776 at this point. We have governmental officials that are acting crazy.
So it looks like Mad Sexy released a video.
While you had a stream, he wasn't paying 100% attention.
Exactly. He released it at 3:23.
Well, why was it tied up to begin with?
Yeah.
Why, when he was in the chat, didn't he promote, hey, I just released a video?
Hey, I just released a video yesterday. So.
I watched that.
All right. Just putting it out there, you know.
It was a good one.
I just think that you should add insulation to the walls that you're shooting to see if that would.
Yeah, it's a mess to pick up, though, and then, outside.
Sucks.
I got to be cautious, DEC, all that type of stuff. I got to be careful what I leave out there. So,
what about the spray foam?
Again, that could be an issue. I don't know. So I was just worried about what I had, just the plaster and wood or whatever. But as long as it's not old drywall, so I don't have to worry about that Chinese drywall that came in with the I can't remember what it was. Basically poisonous crap to you.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that, but basically still, I try to keep everything as clean as I can out there. So when I was shooting at the smoke detectors and stuff, I tried to put a tarp down and whatnot. So if I hit the battery, so I mean, I know some people might say, it's maybe excessive, but if we all do our part out there, respect nature, we got a better chance of it respecting us.
Oh yeah.
Or I'd like to hope anyway. So yeah.
So Patriot in the Dark has a question for you, Outcast. He says, Rob, doesn't your wife get mad at you for shooting up the house? Which is a pretty good question. You're shooting all these walls, with drywall and everything. You'd think
I just sneak to the neighbors. When they go down to get their beer, I go next door, put a few holes in the wall, and come back. No big
Good
deal.
Lord, could you imagine?
Yeah, they're crackheads. They wouldn't even notice the difference.
So, I was that video I made on that Fear 109. So I spent most of the day close to the main shotgun range, and there was a lot of people out there shooting skeet and things of that nature. Well, when I finished that video, I went back into my range bag and I found 3 number 7 birdshot pellets in my range bag. I was like, whoa, where'd these come from? I checked the bag everywhere and there was no damage to them. So I probably flew through the trees and dropped in the bag at one point.
Yeah, what goes up must come down.
Yep. Every time I see the halls of Tripoli, aside from the Marine Corps, I always think of
Can it be the halls of Montezuma and the shores of Tripoli?
Yep, Tripoli, yep.
Yeah, I put the halls.
But I think of Tom Lear, when in doubt, send the Marines. So to the shores of Tripoli, but never Mississippi. When in doubt, send the Marines.
Yep. So my dad's side of the family, almost every male was in the Army. And I tried at 17 to join the Marine Corps. And they told me pretty much we can't let you in here. So, because I had quite an extensive juvenile past, and so they were like, "Yeah, you're a little too violent to join us."
You mean you got caught being too violent to join them?
So, there's things where you go, well, if I could have changed it, I probably wouldn't have done some of those stupid things, and I could have joined the Marine Corps like I wanted. But then, if I would have done that, who's to say I would have met my wife that I have now? I could have been on my 13th wife.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Marines have a hard time finding a woman. Yeah. At least one that they're going to keep.
No, they just report them.
I'd say service members in general. You may find one. It's keeping them.
Keeping them's tough.
Issue, yeah. So,
It's like,
everybody's not as, the great person as some people would believe when it comes to women or money. So,
yeah, dependapotipus.
or your dirty underwear, because I've had that stolen as well.
it's like my buddy.
Yep.
He joined the Marine Corps and graduated boot camp, and he came back home, and his parents weren't happy that he had joined the military. That he had joined the Marines. They weren't happy he even joined any military, because this was shortly after 9/11.
And then he went and signed up for the ones that eat crayons. What a dumbass.
So, well, I told him, I was like, if you're going to join any, you're going to get the best training out of the Marine Corps. You're going to, so he joined them, did his boot camp. He came back thinking, okay, well, I'm going to marry my fiance before I, ship out. And he got a Dear John letter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think what a lot of people forget is most people that are in are very young. So, and I'm sure all you guys know, a lot of these people, their first love, they think it's, they don't know nothing else. So, they're foolish. And then when you're not around to hang out Friday night and 5 other guys are, shit happens. So, it shouldn't be such a shock, I think. I mean, even if you look at statistically the rate of marriage, what succeeds nowadays and stuff, I mean, most first relationships don't last. If you find yourself in one that does, that's great. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't bet the farm on it. So at the time, you don't even know who you are at that age. So, yeah, it gets tricky.
Jody gets your girl.
Patriot says, bullshit. I am always looking for the next ex-Miss Patriot, working on number 4. See?
That's why you get a foreign when they're trying to come to the U.S. Keep them longer.
Yes. Listen, Doris.
Well, they treat you better, but don't think there ain't no perks involved.
Yeah, right.
Marry for money.
I'm if my wife ever dies, I will help somebody from Mexico immigrate as long as they can cook. I don't care how old she is.
18.
I'm talking 62 and grandma and can cook. That's all I'm interested in. Bring it on. I love Mexican food, and especially when it's cooked by people who are from Mexico. That's the best food in the world. Yep. My wife ever croaks, that's my plan.
Oh, I told my wife I would never remarry. I couldn't remarry,
I probably would.
when she dies before me. So I told her I was just gonna sleep around.
Just sleep around, just sling D.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah. Well, there'll be a good man out there that you can find and take good care of you. So
Hopefully.
Patriot
make sure
says,
he's good to you.
I've been out of the Marines for a long time, and I still get Dear Johns. Yep.
It's that separation. A lot of people can't deal with that separation. So,
My wife did.
you know, you don't get mail like you're supposed to in some cases, especially when you first go in and training. People freak out. It's just, you know, it's a lot of kid shit in some cases. So, yeah, I don't know. So it's different for different people. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the military relationships don't seem to work out too well. I can personally state most of the women I met in the military, they're fun, but they ain't no damn wife. There ain't nobody I'd want to marry. There's some crazy ass individuals, some of them. And I know I got a guy that lives 2 blocks away that married one, and he divorced one too. And let me tell you, he's like the only guy I know that's getting paid by his ex-wife. So it's amazing. But you know, they can be a handful.
Yep.
And that's not saying every woman is a bad woman or anything like that, or that I'm just the few I ran across. I'm not saying they're bad individuals. They just, you know, I wouldn't want to marry them.
So I just want to point out that the views of New York Outcast that all females are hideous are his views, and
I
his
did
views
not
only.
state that.
We're not sharing those conclusions.
So the Poor Conservative says the best Mexican food is made by people in New Mexico and Arizona. I don't know. I would tend to argue that point because
we have a family here that does a great job of it.
I responded.
Yeah, Texas isn't crap. I've been to some places down there.
You're going to the wrong places. I get great Mexican food in Texas.
Yep.
So when I was living back in Wenatchee, Washington, I used to get spoiled and have homemade Mexican food like brought to me all the time. And one of my best friends' moms would make me whatever I wanted. And a lot of them.
Your best friend's mom, huh?
Yeah.
More of this story, isn't there?
Yep.
Stifler's mom?
But yeah, because my birthday in Mexico is a very religious holiday, like a very religious day. And so a lot of times when people find out when my birthday is, I'll get spoiled. I'm like,
Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de Guadalupe.
I stayed with a Mexican family for close to 4 months, and gotta say I was treated quite well, and the food that I did share was fabulous. Nothing like these bullshit restaurants that call themselves Mexican places.
Most of them are Americanized.
Yeah, our local here is run by a family from Mexico, and it is amazing.
Same here. Same places that I'm talking about. They're little mom and pop places that
Yeah.
authentic with all whole ingredients. They don't skimp on anything and
Yeah.
cook it right.
Like, how many of them do like lingua or homemade menudo, pozole?
Yeah.
If the restaurant name you cannot pronounce it, then that's authentic.
That's exactly. Well, I can't read the menu at all. I just pointed the thing that I liked last time. And the lady's like,
You gotta-
okay, see.
I'd also just throw in there, in the time I spent, with these people, in a sense, like I was basically treated like family after like the second week.
That's awesome.
To the point where, there people were concerned and, all types of weird things. To me, I seen it as weird because, I'm from New York. People being nice, I'm like, what's your angle? So I would say, there is some damn good people out there, and food. So, like, if you want real tacos, go to a Mexican house. Let me put it that way. You'll get some real tacos. Let me tell you. I
I've
didn't
never-
realize there was that much shit you could put in a taco.
Oh, yeah.
But-
I had never had a fish taco that I liked until this restaurant opened.
Yep.
And these people made fish tacos that were amazing. They
to
still
this
make
day, I grill the soft tortillas on the stove like they were
Oh,
doing it over there. I
yes.
mean, oh my gosh, the differences. It's just it only takes an
Yes.
extra second, and oh man,
corn, putting lime and salt on corn. I never would have dreamed about that in my little redneck world.
Okay,
That is amazing.
they'll put mayo on corn and a like chili seasoning. That is the best. That's like their street corn. Oh, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. And then you squeeze the lime over the top of it. Oh my god, that's freaking amazing.
Yep. Yeah, we have an Italian family that has an Italian restaurant too. And initially, when I went in there, I was kind of offended by the food, and I was in my head, I was like, "This like somebody opened a can of tomato sauce, or what you call it? Dang, brain damage soup, Campbell's soup, and dumped it on the pasta." And I was like, "That's terrible." And then I went home one day and tried to make my own sauce just for fun, and I realized that it started to look like that after a minute. I was like, "Oh," I was mad about fresh made sauce. But yeah, the Italian food, they make their own pasta there and everything. Oh man, forget the big box stores.
Yep, G Webbs has definitely tried it because he's like mayonnaise, cheese, and chili pepper.
Yeah, I've had that. That's good.
Uh-huh. And the poor conservatives like street corn, nasty.
I had some good street corn up in New York.
yeah, they've been having it lately. If you're talking about the grilled corn on the cob,
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it around, and I tell you, man, the lines are ridiculous. Like,
Oh, it's amazing.
yeah, that stuff's selling like hotcakes around here. I mean,
I'm
I
telling you,
marched in a.
G
Go ahead, sorry.
needs to try it. He said, "I've seen it, never tried it. It is so friggin' amazing."
So good.
yeah, I got some. It was good. It was. I wouldn't wait in those lines, but
No.
I
if
would.
you're
I
at a
would-
fair or something, and
I would
there's only
wait.
a line of 3 people. It's worth it.
I would wait in
my-
the line that's like 12 blocks long for some good homemade street corn. I don't care. I would wait for like 2 days.
I marched in the Veterans Day parade in New York City a few years back, and my wife had never been to New York before. And so we did an entire day of eating nothing but street food so she could experience that.
You
And it was
know,
a lot of fun.
there's more behind that story from the poor conservative because he says, "I had it in Mexico City. Awful." So that was that before or after the show?
Oh, no.
Nighthawk got that joke. He's been to
Oh, no. Oh, that's a trap anyway. You're not going to get a show.
Oh,
I was young and dumb and stationed in Texas once.
and you paid the $2 to go to the show?
Of course, of course.
If you've never been to Mexico City,
Funny.
you don't understand the joke.
Yeah, this goat burger and fries and a soda for $2, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what went on.
No, Rick. There's a really nasty show that happens in Mexico City. Tijuana is the donkey show. That's a whole different thing.
They do
Animal
caramel
abuse.
corn. Caramel corn and carts. I like caramel corn. I love caramel corn. I will eat the snot out of that. There's a place here called Rock City. It's basically a tourist trap to get people from the
Isn't that-
north as they come south. Go ahead, G20.
Isn't caramel corn like popcorn with caramel on it?
Yeah, and a little
Yeah.
sugar and a couple other things, but they make these. they during the wintertime they do these like Christmas lights decorations where they spread lights all over the side of the mountain, and they make caramel corn in these big cooking, almost like a wok, over an open fire, and it is the best stuff you'll have because it's butt cold and the caramel corn is hot and it's wonderful.
Like kettle corn.
Kettle, yeah, kind of like kettle
You're
corn.
trying it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like any kind of popcorn. I don't care. It's all nasty. It smells like somebody puked in a bowl and nuked it.
No shock. You're the Glock guy. What do you expect?
But yeah, you get kettle corn or caramel corn with some a big thing of hot chocolate with 4 big marshmallows in it, and it's heaven on earth.
Yeah, they do some good popcorn in a sense. They got a lot of different brands, almost like the beef jerky shops. They have popcorn shops, or actually combined. The last one I was in, and they throw like dark chocolate, sea salt, all types of stuff into this stuff. I mean, it's good stuff.
Oh yeah,
Depending what you want, and that's the other thing. There's literally probably 200 different selections. So there's something you're gonna like, unless you're some weird commie that's AK only guy.
So nobody's going to get the deep fried sweets this year because there's not going to be any state fairs.
Oh, dude, I just realized that.
No
Our
deep
state
fried.
Our state fair is doing a drive-through, so you can still get the food.
Yeah, well, that's good. Falafel and
Roll up in
something
your
deep fried.
rascal. Roll up in your rascal scooter. Hook me up, bro.
So, the poor conservative says, talking donkey shows, they used to do it in Nogales too in the 80s. I think it was all the way up to mid-90s that they were doing that in Nogales also. That's for the teen tourists. Laughing my ass off.
People knew what they did to those donkeys. If you were that donkey, you'd be bitching too.
Oh, God. Oh, things I want to forget. Okay, let's see. Hancho Fed.
I never went. I never went to the donkey shows, but there's a couple other of those shows like down in Rosalia, and down in.
Yeah, let me tell you about this trip I took to Vietnam.
Oh, good Lord. And she slid over the bar stool. Okay.
Yep.
Love you long time.
Well, you also have what's it down over in Thailand, where you have the bar that you just go in, and you're not sure if it's a dude or a girl that's underneath that table.
Okay, this is just.
But
I'm
did you
saying-
care, G23? That's the real question here.
I have never
If you
been.
didn't stop them, then you can't be upset about it.
I have never. One of my coworkers, he's from England. He talks about this restaurant that does. They have all kinds of weird different things. I'm like, dude, I'm never going there. You don't have to worry about it. You may want to go back, and I'm not going there.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere after dark anymore anyway.
I've always avoided those shady ass places, personally. So, same thing with strip clubs. I mean, I accidentally dated a stripper before I knew she was a stripper back in the day. And and I got and the whole convincing trial. Come check it out; it's not bad. And you got the free tour and all that shit and da 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 da. But needless to say, I've just never been one to pay for fake ass entertainment when you could just get real entertainment. I don't know. But
So
it's just,
before this goes any further down
Too late.
deep dark rabbit hole, Carolina, do you have anything you want to talk about?
He's AFK. He's Googling everything we've said here.
He's looking up Thailand ladyboy right now.
He's kicking it over on Instagram right now.
He's removed mute. Patriot in the Dark. Everybody always focuses on the horrible, nasty places. There are a lot of beautiful other places. That's because we're horrible, nasty people, Patriot.
Yes, there's stuff that I don't even sometimes know how we get.
Carolina.
He's like, I'm out. No, I agree. Who was it said that Patriot in the Dark? Everybody always focuses on the horrible, nasty places. When most of the places that I'm talking about, I was in service and had to do work, so I traveled for work. But the great thing about that is you get 24 to 48 hours before you have to do anything before or after. So if I'm in a foreign country, I want to spend that time exploring that country, seeing the sights, tasting the food, meeting the people, whatever I can do. And a lot of Americans, especially service members, stayed in their hotel rooms. They didn't want to spend any money, which I get if it's a financial thing, but I don't see my chances of coming to these countries on my own that great in the future. China, Japan, Vietnam, Bulgaria, Romania, Slovenia, a lot of places that I got to see firsthand. It really made an impression because two things. One, I get to see another culture. I get to see how they live and work and everything else. And then I get to come home and remember what I have at home and how thankful I am to be an American and to have the things that I have in this country as well. So they weren't all horrible horror stories. They were just, we were just kind of poking fun at each other.
Air quotes, acclamation. 24 to 48 hours of acclamation.
Well, you gotta have enough alcohol to be able to
Right.
withstand the local fare.
Fauna. Yeah.
Exactly, because you don't drink the water in most places.
Nope. Oh, gosh. You know, the funniest set of orders I ever got had Fort Leavenworth written on them. It was for the German Armed Forces Sport Fitness Test. And I was like, did I just get a fax copy of orders that say Leavenworth on them?
Yeah, you're going to jail. We're sending you to jail for your order. What?
Oh, crap.
I did some time at Fort Knox, but that was
Oh, boy.
primary leadership school. I was like,
Right.
are we going to get to see the gold? What's going on here, guys?
Oh, no.
Gold.
And by the way, Honcho, you and I are old because most of these people don't know what PLDC was.
Oh, I know. It's primary leadership school, sergeant school for the Army. Everyone has their own level school, but they send everyone from every
Yep.
job type to one school to learn how to
Yep.
become a sergeant.
Yep.
And it's fun. To me, it was a great time because Kentucky is Kentucky, so
Yep.
you can't go wrong there. America.
I did Relax in Jackson and Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
I was going to say I did Relax in Jackson, and then I did Fort Gordon, Georgia.
Oh, I mean for PLDC and BNOC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine was Knox.
Yeah, they got Golden Corral over there, Louisville. So I'd go gorge myself and then feel like I was gonna die for a day or two, but
Oh, it's totally worth it. Golden Corral is amazing.
Yeah,
You can have
yeah,
steak
they got
and
the
fried
steaks right
chicken.
there.
You can
Yeah.
put a lobster on top of your steak and cover it with shrimp,
Yep.
and then dunk it into the chocolate waterfall.
Yep. And then the way they do it now is the people behind the counter are serving you. So it's like you're pointing at what you want and grunting. It's perfect.
Love that place, man.
You don't even have to be civilized in there right now.
You gotta cycle in, cycle out.
Go in your flip flops and your stretchy pants.
Captain Underpants. My wife actually bought me a pair of sweatpants. It is the first pair of non-military issue sweatpants I've ever owned in my entire life. They're my new work attire.
You're not a sweatpants guy?
Not a sweatpants guy.
Me neither. Me neither. I got the PTs that were given to me, and I think one pair that I wear when I'm sick and think I'm gonna die or something. Other than that, like you ain't ever gonna see me in sweats, man.
Now I have pajama pants because I'm old. I go to bed in pajama pants and a t-shirt, and I have a robe. You know what I mean?
Oh
But
no,
sweatpants is a
no,
whole
can't have
different
all
thing.
that restriction. You gotta let it flow. Yeah, snuggle up and see where things end up.
No, sleep. Let's see. Let's get this live stream to 50 people and thumbs up too, and I will do some giveaways. Carolina, you logged out.
So we were joined out there by Mike.
Hey, Mike. Oh,
What do we have in here?
I'll be right back.
We got like 13 people watching.
That's
But
a miracle.
we're also competing with Gorillas and Guns, who's doing a live stream right now.
And Yankee.
Yep.
So, speaking of what's everybody having for dinner? Everybody already eat? Anything good?
It's 5:30 on the West Coast.
Okay. A little early for you.
I think we're gonna have eggplant parmesan for supper.
Nice. I always have to order that out. The lady's not a fan, so I don't get it here. And half the places you order it, they screw it up. Yeah, the eggplant's all soggy and crap. Like they can't even, they don't even know how to fry a piece of eggplant. It's amazing.
So Carolina says chicken fajitas. Poor Conservative says he made meatloaves, mac and cheese, and coleslaw.
Haven't had meatloaf in a long time. Actually sounds strangely good.
Carolina is doing some crazy emojis out there. Rich White says hot roast beef, sandwich, and fries with gravy.
What is this? What's the topic here? Because I'm already
First
in
guys.
Dinner. What's for dinner?
Supper.
Oh, I haven't had a vegetable all day. It's actually been amazing.
What?
I haven't had a single vegetable today. I've got lasagna and breadsticks.
The wife's wanting me to make eggplant parmesan.
What's in this lasagna? Lasagna can mean a lot of things.
Bolognese.
What was that?
I think he said balls and knees.
Oh, yeah, no good. No good. Yeah. You throw sausage in there, you throw hamburger, you throw anything special besides balls
I have
and knees?
mouthful. I said bolognese. Bolognese. I've got a mouthful of food.
Uh-huh.
A mouthful. Son of a bitch.
A foot long and a bag of nuts.
Yep.
No, it
Oh.
is lasagna bolognese. It is a meat sauce, Italian meat sauce.
Yeah. The poor Conservative knows exactly what you're saying.
Oh, does it? What did he say?
He says, lasagna.
Yes, he said it correctly. He spelled it correctly.
Unlike us that say that you're having balls and knees.
You know.
Wow. So Mike says that he wants to try Never Enough Ammo's crackpot lasagna one day. I mean crockpot.
Crackpot is
Big
Honda.
mac and cheese.
Yes, that's the only way to make mac and cheese.
That's the good stuff.
Mhm.
Mac and cheese.
That is truly the only way to make it.
And pork chops.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Patriot says, I had pita cheese and hard salami sandwich.
Pita cheese. Like some pedophile stuff. What's pita cheese, man? Sorry, I was thinking pedo, not pita.
Patriot says his daughter isn't there, so there's no need to put on a show.
Oh, sweet baby.
And
Enjoy
he's
the
dropping a
years.
bunch of stuff now. Oh, he's not mine.
Oh,
A little too late for that.
I wasn't going to make that comment.
Not
but
necessarily. But.
Well, we got Mr. Scott P79 jumping in. So, welcome.
Apparently, a satanic anarchist wins the primary for sheriff in New Hampshire, who also likes to dress as a female.
Lovely. That sounds like a great primary or a great.
Cheshire County. Anybody from New Hampshire?
I don't think so.
Is New Hampshire still a state? I thought they were just annexed or something.
Hmm. Well, we'll get to see if my warnings have been correct. That when all these constitutional sheriffs and chiefs and begin retiring, lefties will be taking over.
So, Scott P says, picked up 350 rounds of 40 cal today from Bass Pro.
Nice.
He also says Cheshire County is a little weird. And the poor conservative says bolognese sauce, onions, carrots, celery, oil, ground pork or beef, garlic, basil, oregano, chicken stock, tomato simmer for 2 hours until reduced, add cream, and remove from heat.
Mine has a little deer in it, too.
Pita is a bread for you New Yorkers.
Yeah, that fake flatbread stuff. Some of it's alright. Some of it I don't care for it.
I've actually started.
50-50.
Oops, sorry. I've actually started to use pita type breads for things like hamburgers, and people look at me cross-eyed, but they don't get mushy.
I have tried pita bread with hamburgers. There's a company around here that actually makes those. They're actually pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Costco used to sell some frozen ones.
Mm-hmm.
Used to have burger and also chicken ones.
I never tried the chicken ones, but I did try their burger ones. They were pretty darn good.
It says I picked up ammo for. Well, Scott, you now have your mission. Accurate 50 magazine here yet that doesn't have a rifle yet, but that's coming soon.
I don't know. I'm kind of on a holding pattern on buying any more firearms.
I'm actually upgrading everything to
Full auto?
tactical state. No, not full auto. Look, man, you're gonna get Fred excited.
Oh.
He probably, Fred, the ATF agent in charge of listening to me.
He just issued a warrant. He's like, we're searching that place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, yep, that's it. This is the second live stream that he's been on or showed pictures on that possibly could be a full auto. We're gonna have to go.
Right. There's nothing in this house or anywhere else.
It's not in the house. It's in the basement of the neighbor's house.
I have one rule: keep all my stuff legal, because you lose all of it.
And your freedoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be smart. Depending on what you're doing, what you're going about, be smart.
Well, if you're out there
people
showing
are risking a hell of a lot.
Yep.
Big thing is just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
The less people that know your business, or
We broadcast our business every day.
You sound like a gangster.
No,
I know
I
you've
mean,
been up to something at night, Coos. I know it.
we put our stuff out on the internet, so you better make sure you're dialed in.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys don't put everything out. And, people overlook a certain fact, but misinformation can be just as valuable, if not better, than good information sometimes, too. So, misdirection, and I don't know. I'd say the place, but,
Mm-hmm.
things aren't always as they seem.
Mm-hmm. For instance, just seeing your child, I know that you've been lying to us this whole time.
It's not my boy.
DNA doesn't lie.
he's the one kid that got in the van.
Oh God! Oh my God! No.
Oh well.
For a long time, those memes of the van that used to say
ammo.
candy on the side of it, circulated. I'm just like, I'd look to see what he had,
I saw one that said, "How to kidnap me," and it showed a white van, and it said, "Free ammo."
Free ammo, yeah.
It'd probably get a lot of 2A people. Is there really ammo?
Yeah, but then they complain because it's like not brass cased, or they didn't like the way that it was set up, or the primers were bad, and they were like, "No, I'm out."
You're not getting your blowjob.
Or you get the free ammo and you're all excited and go out and shoot, and your gun explodes and destroys your firearm. And since it's free, oh well. And now they just got another gun off the street.
I was thinking about this the other day. During World War II, a lot of the people that were being forced to work for the Nazis, double powder charged or put sawdust in ammo, all sorts of stuff, to kind of, I wonder if we're going to start to encounter that. I mean, when you've got West Point graduates flashing communist colors, you have to think there might be one or two working for Winchester
That's why you stay away from Winchester.
or Fiocchi or anybody.
Yeah, but when you're paying 55 cents to reload it yourself, and it's, what, 30 cents or less to go buy it?
Well, based on the value of primers now, not based on what I bought them for.
Well, if you look at Two Gun Kitty, he picked up, 2,000 primers for $30 or something like that?
That's pretty good. When I did the math originally on my reloading cost, it was 7 cents a round to reload 9mm. Because my brass was free, in that I paid nothing for it. I received it for free. So I've got 22,000 rounds of brass. So it's 7 cents a round. If it comes down to my time at that point, you know what I mean?
So
and the value of that.
If you're paying 55 cents to reload, and that Fiocchi I just bought is 24 cents a round, I'm saving 31 cents a round. So I can shoot 2 rounds for every one that you produce.
I ain't shooting the stuff I'm producing. I'm sitting on it. The stuff I'm producing is not 115 grain Winchester white box. It's got a little heat on it.
I've picked up 115, 124, and 147 grain.
That's all they're selling out here right now is 124.
I'm picking up all of it.
We're going to call your gun shop. We're going to make an order for all of his ammo, and I promise you he'll ship.
No. You'd have to figure out which one that I'm going to. Because I got multiple different places that I go.
Just follow the Glock parts.
Well, I was gonna say you've got a cell phone. We can find you.
Yeah, we can track you. Actually, somebody around here probably knows somebody who could do that very easily.
Probably not.
Everybody's trackable right now.
Yeah, nobody's untouchable.
Yeah. So, if you could only choose one article to read based on the title, which one would interest you more? How the left is using coronavirus to make the world into a twisted dystopia? Or Jimmy Carter, my son smoked pot with Willie Nelson on the White House roof?
Probably smoking weed on the White House roof. I don't know. I probably wouldn't read either one of them.
I'd want to know about what happened with Willie, because the other, I don't know, that's kind of typical, I guess. So not typical, but not a far stretch or hard to believe or something in a sense where, I definitely want to know what happened on the roof.
Are you sure you want to know what happened on the roof?
He told filmmakers that Nelson had been jamming in the White House that day, September 13th, 1980. And at a break, he said, "Let's go upstairs." And they just kept going up till they got to the roof. And they leaned up against the flagpole at the top of the place and lit a joint up. If you know Washington, the White House is the hub of the spokes, and the way it was designed, most of the avenues run to the White House. Chip Carter said, "You could sit up there and see all the traffic coming right up to you. It's really pleasant up there." Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to smoke a doobie with Willie Nelson, I guess on top of the White House would be the way to do it.
Hell, Snoop Dogg said he'd never smoke a weed with Willie again. That was the highest he'd ever been.
It was a song for the longest time. And I highly doubt that Willie Nelson is bringing better ganja than Snoop Dogg can withstand. Although I may be surprised. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Willie's been at the game since the 60s.
Yeah, but even the difference in the stuff when I was a kid and what they're out there smoking now is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but Willie's been he hasn't walked away.
For sure.
He so he's probably helped fuel some of the trends that are happening today.
This is fair. Okay, there we go. Midnight Range nailed the song. It was Toby Keith.
Uh-huh. But Snoop said it in an interview. He admitted out of his own. He's like, nope, that was the highest I've ever been.
But I believe Willie has strands named after him.
Oh, does he?
And a lot of people, would like to probably claim, I guess a picture of Willie smoking my shit or something. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm sure Willie gets a lot of weed thrown at him. So for one reason or another, I've seen a lot of interviews with him where reporters got so high they were falling out of the chair and shit, laughing and stuff. It's like a funny ass thing, like. And then they talk about it after the fact, like, yeah, that was serious. Oh yeah, the shit you got to do for a paycheck, right?
Right.
It's I don't know. I'd bet money. I wouldn't. I'd put my money on Willie.
Yeah, I guess so. Rich White says Snoop the dog is a talentless hack from the suburbs. Let me tell you what, man, every one of the gangster rappers during that decade was. I remember Tupac in button-down shirts and khaki pants from his freaking, school, because he was the suburbs. And then 2 years later, so he was singing backup for Digital Underground, and then 2 years later, he's out, I'm a Gangster, was Born Gangster. And it's like, you Born Gangster?
He was in the Glee Club in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
the drama. He was in the drama club.
He went to a private high school. It blew my mind. Like I said, all of them talking gangster. Gangsters live to be 22 and get killed in the street. They ain't building a rap career.
Well, look at Ice-T. He went from fuck the police to I'm gonna play a police officer on TV in a few different shows.
I kind of like Ice-T. I didn't like him during his F the Police time. Not because it was really specifically F Police, because every rapper was doing F the Police then. But Ice-T, to me, I like his acting. That's what I like about him. I think he does a good job.
Yep, and now he has a new, well, not really new group, but he's doing like heavy metal meets rap.
Wow, rap gets its origins in rock and roll anyway, so that's not a big, Yep.
That may be good. I've heard a few of those crossovers that I thought were damn good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I forget the name of his group that he does, that he's the lead singer for. And actually, I've some of the songs weren't too bad, but a lot of them are like really political,
Mm-hmm. Scott has a good point. Ice-T did actually serve in the military. I think he was in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Vanilla Ice was the best. Hunter, come off mute so that we can slap you.
Come on, man. You gotta have some Vanilla Ice up in here.
Boy, I got shown a couple of the houses. Supposedly he's in the buying and selling houses now. I'm trying to remember where it was not Malargo. Jeez, I can't think of the name. It'll pop back to me here, but
Yeah.
basically down there in Florida. But Neil State, I got to check out a couple of these houses that were in this one neighborhood and stuff. And apparently, the locals there, most of them are older people. They're all telling me about how, that was Vanilla Ice's house, and pointing it out like it's a landmark and stuff. And I just chuckle inside a little bit. It's like, oh, at least he's doing something good, I guess.
Right.
Business going, just flipping houses. Hey, whatever. But I just thought it was pretty funny because, these ladies, they weren't listening to Vanilla Ice back when he was hot. I can tell you that. So
Yeah, he had a TV show for a while about his renovating houses.
They look like nice houses. I mean, they're all out of my pay level, but I didn't go around inside or anything, so I couldn't state. A lot of things look great, and all these brand new homes and developments look great till you get real close and see the studs not even touching the plates and shingles overlapped and all types of crap that gets rushed through like you wouldn't believe in these contracts. But they look nice. So I don't know.
Yeah. I have seen a lot of shoddy housing work over the last 10, 15 years. A friend of mine bought a brand new house, and it was before he moved in, we were actually touring the house. And you know how you can look at a wall and tell there's something wrong with it? It just, your brain says that's not normal. Something's wrong there.
It must have been bad because you pick up a quarter inch. Once you get to about a quarter inch, will start picking it up. Same thing with steps. So if you're tripping on steps, there's a good chance that they're old steps and not up to standard code.
Yep. So I walked over the wall and knocked on it. The studs were about 3 feet apart in the wall, and it was sagging. And I was like,
Wow. Yeah.
How much you pay for this place?
I've seen people overlap sheetrock and then say they're just going to mud it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've seen some horrible stuff. I don't want to give names away, but some places that would shock people. I can tell you. That. So it blows my mind who gets contracts sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, his band is called Body Count.
Body Count.
Yep.
Wasn't there another band called Body Count?
No, I believe he had a album. It was also.
I gotta get some more of this mac and cheese. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Roger. Let's see, Body Count. Body Count band. Okay, Ice-T's band, Body Count. I thought there was another band. Urban Dictionary has just redefined my knowledge of what that means. Let's see. Carnivore was the name of that band.
I see we are joined by Mr. Ozzy Osbourne out in the crowd. Oh.
Osbourne.
Oh. Oops. Osbourne.
Oh, I need another beer. I'll be right back.
We need some rain over here. Everybody over there on the East Coast and everything that's getting a bunch of rain is all talking about how they're getting it. Well, we haven't had rain in over a month. Yes. Patriot in the Dark says too short. Too Short had his life is
Too short. Should have bought some damn stilts.
he had that
Damn
song.
veggies.
Wish I was Tala. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a 6'4" Impala.
No, that wasn't Too Short.
Yep, it was. Well, he was in on that song also. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala. I don't know where we have gone.
I don't know. Just might be one of them days. Don't take it personal. Oh, nobody got that one.
Buck sent me an email.
No Leah fans, huh?
No.
Yeah, Skilo was. I wish it was a little bit taller. Too Short was kind of hardcore about bitches and hoes, and he did when they were banning his albums, he did Banned in the USA with Springsteen.
Beer.
Mac and cheese. I tell you, I should be like 800 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like your old lady can cook, man.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long time training. Don't get me wrong.
I hate bird dinners too, man.
Man, when we started, it was like, what do you want? It was like, oh, steak would be cool. She literally just bring a steak on a plate. That was it. No salad, no nothing. Yeah. Made coffee. She filled the coffee filter. Like, poured the coffee in the thing. Yeah, she's cute.
You gotta learn them.
She's come a long way. So. But not that I'm great at everything or a genius either. So
I ate a lot of bird dinners, a lot, and I grew up learning how to cook. My father would cook when my mother was tired from chasing all us kids around, and so it was nothing for me to hunt with my dad, come home, dress the animal, butcher it, and then cook it. You know what I mean? So I taught my wife, and she, of course, the intelligent woman, excelled from there.
I grew up, me and my dad, so he always cooked. I always cooked. Basically I learned to cook. So, I'm obviously no chef, but
Right.
we could do a lot of stuff and do, Thanksgiving dinner. Basically, I'm pretty good at doing a lot of stuff, highly stressed, and getting it all out hot, ready to go at the same time, which is a bad thing because then everybody wants me to do like breakfast and things like that. So everything works out great, which is, work I don't want to have to be obligated to do every day. So every once in a while, you got to remember to screw stuff up.
Yeah.
Do that good. You know what I mean? And then, we try to even it out.
Distribute. See, Carolina EDC says, what is everybody's celebrity woman crush? His is Alex Daddario. So Alex Daddario is his celebrity crush. I think Sigourney Weaver has been the only one I ever was like, I'll have some of that, please.
My wife is lovely and beautiful and is the only one that I have eyes for.
My wife
there's not a gun pointed at me right now at all.
Oh, my wife knows better than to shoot me. This house is full of guns. One of us is going to jail if the other one gets shot.
Yep. I just happen to have one sitting right next to me.
Oh, come on, dude! Don't be weak. Just give us a name.
Oh, the wife already knows. It would have to be.
Well, do you gotta just pick one?
I know, right? There's a couple of them. I forget what her name is. She used to play on. Shit. Now I'm
Most of them play on that now.
right? Yeah, I don't remember the name of the show.
What was it about?
It was like after the apocalypse or whatever, and there was the Space Needle in it.
Was it Ellen DeGeneres?
No, screw that.
No, it was. God, she was in the remake of the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, she's hot. Oh, what was her name?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm getting pictures.
That's the wife. Maybe she knows.
Which remake of Fantastic Four?
The most
There's like-
recent one, 2015. That was. Damn, what was her name? She did
Jessica Alba.
What are the Mara?
Jessica Alba,
Oh,
yes.
they did another movie after that. So Jessica Alba was in the first ones.
Mm.
That's
yeah.
what that was. And my
Jessica
my wife
Alba
was
was
agreed
bad.
that that was we could have a menage a trois. Yep. So I wouldn't even have to worry right there.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver, criteria, the Alien movies. Woman with a pulse rifle in her hand. Nothing sexy.
Only Midnight's going to be thinking about Wood at the time of who's looking for a female. What's Carolina? What's everyone's celebrity woman crush? And Midnight picks out that he wants Caitlyn Jenner.
Carolina.
That's a bold
Yeah,
choice.
pictures of Melania.
Melania was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got something to say, but I can't.
When I was a teenager, my choice was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She was mousy cute. I could see that.
Yeah,
I like my women tall and tough, though. I don't like little bitty ones. I need them to have some height to them and a little violence of action. Makes me happy.
Rougarou says Alyssa Milano back on Who's the Boss before she went lib crazy.
Let's see.
That could be
Google
that could be so misconstrued. Because back on Who's the Boss, she was like
she was a minor, wasn't she? The views of Rougarou are not necessarily shared by G23 nor any members of the panel.
Do you see my response? So long as you get her consent, #me too.
Oh my gosh, California. Let's see.
Oh,
I mean, so I
Carolina says I agree with Rougarou. Oh my. Okay.
I can't find a picture of her during that criteria that is not inappropriate, sir, as far as her age from Who's the Boss. So
She was also in the Double Dragon movie.
she was, and that would have been legal. Okay, let's see. Alyssa Milano, Double Dragon. Let's see. Images. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty freaking scary. She's had a lot of work done. I'm not into people that have had that much construction done.
Patriot in the Dark says Angelina Jolie in Hackers was probably one of my faves. I don't know. Think back to the movie Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is supposed to be a gun thing, you know.
I know.
Why don't you switch that to the hottest, you know, fantasy?
The hottest gun, my
Gun.
AA-12.
Yeah,
AA-12.
badass with a gun.
Yeah, I want an
Or a
AA-12.
fast figure.
If I could have an AA-12, I would spend all day taking pictures of me with it, and all of your Instagram/Facebook feeds would be.
Have you
full
guys
of
ever
that.
seen the videos on YouTube of Terran Tactical when they shoot? Have you seen
Yes.
the girls that shoot from his
Oh.
team?
Oh yeah.
Jade's truck and some of those girls.
Yeah.
That's more my speed.
What was that?
They don't need to be famous. They can handle a firearm.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh,
to go.
have you seen the guns.com girl that's on YouTube?
No, the one that I'm currently I enjoy watching is the 1911 Syndicate chick. She cracks me up. I'm looking at the guns.com girl now. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Sizing up women like a piece of meat.
No. I want to see their gun handling skills, sir.
She has really good gun handling skills.
She does. She's managing that
You
firearm.
know what gun you're talking about having her handle.
No, I've been married way too long. That would be expensive. The hottest gun a hot chick used in a movie. Okay. The Pulse, I'm telling you, the Pulse rifle. Sigourney Weaver, the Pulse rifle from the second Alien movie.
So,
And actually, now that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Patreon says, who's your favorite celebrity woman gun handling chick? So, what's her name? That was. I'll finish last. I'll
Kate
be.
Beckinsale. Yeah.
Sarah Palin.
Chicken Bangkok Dangerous, yeah. So, kind of for entertainment value, Veterans TV, the young lady who's dating the guy who runs that whole thing or married to him, she's got great gun handling skills. She's prior service and she's hot.
Only 5 hots, not a 6.
Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Zedra.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
No.
The one that
Don't tell him.
followed the
Doesn't
girl
mean
out
it's
of Call of Duty, whatever her name is. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Call of Duty. But she was on. She was on with
Recoil Magazine, yeah.
Autumn's Armory.
Uh-huh. Whoo. Yikes. That right there is fun.
Change the subject.
Yeah, let's switch over to something a little less exciting. All right. So, there are a lot of pictures of this young lady handling firearms that I want in my life.
Which one?
I'm not talking about her. So here, there's an image. There's like best images of her on Pinterest, and she's got a 300 blackout AR with one of the best looking pistol stocks on it I've ever seen, and like a 7.5-inch barrel with a stand-up front sight and rear sight over an EOTech. That's the best looking gun I've ever seen. She's wearing a full coverage suit with a braid. It's not like it's dead sexy or anything. It's that rifle is hot, man.
Sure. So you just go to Hooters for the wings.
I've only been to Hooters twice in my life, dude. I don't like their food.
Yeah, I think I went twice. And the second time I ran into an ex, it was horrible.
Sup? Yeah, I went once when I was younger and forgot it existed. And then I went once again about a year ago with a bunch of guys from the office, and the food just wasn't that good. I mean, if I want to look at hot women, I'll go into the office and look at my wife. So but yeah, this Zedra girl is phenomenal. She's got true gun handling skills. Look at it. That's crazy. I love it. Here she is with a saw, another gun that I went in my collection and can't have. Don't get to play with it. I think the problem here, gentlemen, and the reason why we're not as popular as we'd like to be is we're not Zedra.
Yeah, we can't get her on our streams.
Yeah, here she is standing in front of a little bird in flight.
Well, we can get G23 to dress like that. I don't know how many people would stick around, but yeah.
I think that would kind of change the demographic of the channel, probably.
Might have.
But
I'd have to cut out.
more subscribers is more subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Honcho's like, I'd be the first one to be on cam with him in a dress.
I would definitely point fingers. Yes.
I'm just saying, my range.
you'd be the one
you
in a
can
dress.
Use a fun switch. We can invite her down here to shoot anytime. She can go full auto. She can do any of those things.
Defense Dad says Tilted Kilt is better than Hooters. Food too.
I've never seen it. Let me Google that real quick. I go to restaurants to eat, not to Oogle the waitresses. So, I have a much bigger crush on
the last
food.
time I went, it was the girl that wanted to go there. So yeah, and then I bumped into an ex that was working there as a waitress too. So yeah, like I said, it turned out to be a bad deal, but you know.
Are you sure that wasn't a setup?
Employees that want to go.
Right. Let's see if there's one of these anywhere near me, because that food does look good. Nope. Sorry, I'm below the Manson-Dixon line. No Tilted Kilt for me.
The Mason-Dixon line?
No, Manson-Nixon.
Mm.
Good joke. Never mind. Oh, there's one in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's only 153 miles away.
You can hit that tonight.
Yeah, there's one in Atlanta. I could hit Atlanta tonight. That's 96.9 miles.
And be getting papers for divorce by morning.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yep, that would definitely be a. I'm not even going to look up because I know that there's no Tilted Kilt anywhere near me. Probably like 1,100 miles.
Well, guys are the ones that wear kilts, right? So right away, it's not a sight that I think I'd be drawn to.
There's not a single picture of a guy on this website, I can assure you. Not a one.
It's a clickbait. You get there and it's all dudes.
Do you want to see my endearing young charms?
Oh.
Make that ammo drop. I hear you, Carolina. The drawing's coming soon, sir. Defense Dad, I've heard that. You're not the first person I've heard tell me that Tilted Kilt has amazing wings, and that's why I went and looked. Because the other guy who told me that was also somebody that I trust, and I trust your decision making pretty well too. So
I don't know. If you want some really good wings, go into Simpsonville, South Carolina, and go to Gigi's
Oh,
restaurant.
I've heard that. Yes.
I have a lifetime membership at Gigi's. It cost me $5.
A membership for a restaurant.
Oh, it's a bar.
Wow. All right.
But they have so in South Carolina, if a bar charges a membership fee, then you can smoke inside the bar. But if they don't, I don't think you can. So, yeah,
They've updated their menu too.
when I lived in South Carolina, there was 2 bars I became lifetime members to. And the first one was because my buddy who had me move all the way down there, he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll come to this bar." It was a friggin' redneck, like, horrible bar. And here he is, he's Hispanic, and he's thinking this bar is great. I'm like, yep, nope.
Well, maybe he was enjoying himself.
God, I've got a
He
story.
never went home empty-handed out of there. I don't know.
I had a buddy who used to believe in the saturation technique, and he never went home empty-handed, but he got slapped a lot. A lot.
Okay,
To be honest with you, my wife asked me out.
I'm hearing a hell of a lot of sirens outside.
Well, they're coming to get you, my friend.
No, these are like ambulance and fire trucks sirens.
My statement remains the same.
Well, things are getting different out there these days. So,
Yeah, you never know.
Could, referring to the like the women and whatnot, and your buddy there, and this and that. So I know on a few occasions I've had girls try to pick me and my lady up. So depending on what you're into, there's lots of good times out there.
There could be an avenue.
we were at that bar in Fountain Inn, and there was my wife and I, and then there was 2 other patrons, and then there was the bartender. And so I ended up getting like an itch on my shoulder, and so I started scratching it, and one of the ladies was like, "Oh, you have a tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I showed her that I have a big old bear tattoo on my arm. And she's like, "Oh, I have a tattoo also of a bear." And I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's Winnie the Pooh with a honey pot." And I was like, "Interesting. Let's see it." And she goes, "Well, I'm not so sure." And I was like, that's when it clicked like what she was talking about. And I just started being a smart ass. I was like, "Yeah, just drop your pants. No one will notice." And she did, in the middle of the bar. Oh my God.
Well,
yep.
Did you even see the tattoo, or were you too distracted?
He's a keeper.
My wife was like, when we left there, she goes, "Oh my God, did she really just drop
her?
Drop trowel, huh? All I have to say to that is Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yep. So,
oh man, people are insane.
yes. Okay, we gotta find a different topic.
We do. This has gone left so hard that it's just crazy. Midnight Rain said they heard you talking about Alyssa Milano.
So, Hangzhou, have you been working on that paperwork lately?
I can neither confirm or deny any details on a live stream, but progress is being made.
That is a good thing.
I need you to put a good word in for me, Honcho. I need one of those daggers.
Okay.
I'm dead serious, dude. Tell them I will. If it runs good, I will totally shill for them. I'm excited about that pistol.
It's funny. I'm on the groups and everything, and just to hear everybody's, oh well, I saved up all this money and I'm going to spend it on this. Now I can't wait, and I've bought all these other guns, so we don't know when it's going to come out. We don't know what to do, and like I can tell you from a manufacturing standpoint that they're not going to release it before they are 110%.
Oh yeah.
That it's going to be able to handle everything.
Well, because we're going to beat the crap out of it. I have ammunition put aside for it.
Did anyone else watch Shooting Gallery New England's live stream? What was it, Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
When he had oh crap, what was his name from Palmetto State on there?
Yeah.
And he was saying that it's going to be released here in the next couple of weeks.
He said next couple of weeks. Yep.
Would that have been Chad Wiley, the CEO?
No, it was.
He didn't have Chad.
Okay.
It was the other guy that sold his shares.
Josiah.
Yeah, Josiah.
Josiah came down to our store, and I don't want to really go on record saying it. He's a nice guy, but not the brains of the operation. We'll just say that.
Dude, you're killing me, Smalls. If he's full of crap, I'm upset.
No, he's not. He's not full of crap. He's the brother to Jamin. Jamin's the CEO of JJE, which owns PSA and a bunch of other companies. But
apparently about Remington now. Yeah.
Yeah, they bought Remington as well. That's it. Pending.
Yeah.
I know they put a bid in on Remington, but there's other companies out there that bid on that also, and it has to come down to Remington's creditors on who they're going to accept.
I think they're crazy not to sell it to a company like JJL or JLL, whatever they are. I think for us, that's a great thing. Or JJE.
Well, JJE, because they already own their own manufacturing for firearms.
Yep.
They would be able to supply their warehouses with ammo, which they're currently buying from everywhere else. So they did the same thing with FN. So FN was making all the barrels for Palmetto State Armory, so they just bought the plant.
Yep.
So they can stamp them PSA, but they're still making where FN barrels are made. So
well, and you could leave the Remington name on that stuff, and people would buy your ammo.
Absolutely. You're gonna have your own line. You can have your own line of PSA ammo for specialization, and then you can have the Remington brand as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, who's to say that another like Hornady didn't put out a bid on Remington ammo?
Well, the problem with that is that I think that they may. Who knows? They may get it. But if too many companies buy up smaller companies, then they start becoming a monopoly, which everybody has to come to them, and that's going to affect the market in a bad way. It needs to be diversified out so that you get competition and lowers prices, and
or you never know that like a smaller company like Minuteman Ammo didn't put a bid in for them.
I wouldn't think Minuteman Ammo could produce $65 million in loans.
Oh, I bet you they could.
Greater than $65 million. You think so?
Yeah, that's a lot of money for.
That's a lot of money for somebody to loan them.
I personally wouldn't want Remington, honestly. I had, maybe if he could slice it up, I'd take their shotgun ammo. But as far as a lot of the handgun stuff or 22, I won't even touch. Like to me,
but you get a lot of military contracts with that, and that's
but
you never know. They will keep those contracts.
It could be used for somebody's life. I don't want garbage. It's just that simple. I expect crap to work. I can shoot 1,000 rounds of 22 LR and never get a dud or a misfire out of several different brands with no problems. That Remington crap is just garbage. I mean, with the experience I've had.
Right.
And UMC ammunition, if you pick up some of those rounds and line them up on a table, they're all different heights. The ones I've come across,
even shooting it feels different each round you're shooting. Like I would trust Joe Blow's reloads more than I trust UMC ammo.
Well,
So
Maybe I've just gotten bad batches, but personally, I wouldn't want to taint my brand name with Remington at all if I was a company.
So Defense Dad says that he shot his lever guns tonight for the first time. Yeehaw! I'm hooked.
awesome.
We sighted in the irons. So hell yeah!
What was it? I don't know what caliber your lever gun is, Defense Dad.
I know he got the 30-30 and I believe a 22.
That's fine.
What was it,
got
Marlin? A Marlin.
Got a couple of 45-70s lever guns.
And we've lost Faust again. I shot the Henry 336, and Travis had his Henry both 30-30s.
That's fun. That is fun. I'm a big Marlin fan when it comes to lever actions. And of course, everybody went out and got the 1895 SBL after the Jurassic Park movie, I think, if you're
There you
a
go.
lever action guy.
Defense corrected it. He said Marlin 336.
Oh, that's a good rifle.
Yeah, he bought it at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember what ridiculous price he said. I think it was like 300 and something bucks.
Was that a bootleg Walmart? They pulled all of their firearms, I thought, from all of their stores.
No, they've got hunting stuff here locally.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Like a,
no
They're-
ARs, no
yeah.
Yeah, no awkward, weapon.
no evil guns that jump up
Yeah.
and hurt people by themselves. Got it.
Yep.
On their own. See, I like the 336C, the compact. Which version do you have? Defense Dad.
He has the Marlin 336.
Well, so that's
He
I have a Glock. That's what that is.
let me double check. I think he had sent pictures of it.
Okay. $434, that's a good price, Defense Dad. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't own a Marlin that hasn't just been a solid rifle. I'm sure there's people out there that have had a hard time with them, but every one I own has just run and run and run and run. Okay, yeah, he's got a C then. Pretty sweet, brother. Pretty sweet. Rich said he got a Henry lever gun at a local Walmart. Was it one of the Golden Boys, Rich? They have the Golden Boys at my Walmart. Gun websites. They have caulk guns at our Walmart.
Yeah. I was looking to see if I still had a picture. Oh. Oh, that's the Ruger 1022. That was the picture he sent me.
Okay. They're painted orange for safety. Gun websites. It's a 22 Classic. That's a great rifle too. Oh man. I'm so glad I live in a free state.
And we've lost
They're
Honcho.
dropping like flies.
Yep, I've got him. I'm just waiting for the email to load on my computer. Because I got to switch between like 15 different email accounts.
I've never seen this model 1895 Dark Series. It's all in polymer, and it's got a tack rail on it like the other one does, but it's also got a threaded barrel. Do they make a suppressor for a 4570 government? Let's see. Yep. They do. Lehigh Defense. $305 grains with a silencer co suppressor.
And Carolina is back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Your phone get charged.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have a question, kind of off topic. Does everybody else's gun safes, are your gun safes perfectly organized, or are they stacked from the floor up every square inch with stuff?
Depending on which one.
No, don't have that many.
So, well, I have one that has ammo in it and other things that for firearms, tools, and parts.
Oh, you put your ammo in a safe?
Hell yeah. Fire rating.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So you got this one.
Ah, very nice.
And I
You
do
would
like
take
that,
lots
got
of-
that
Yeah.
side loader.
That is pretty.
Does it have the tube loader? Or is it just the side gate?
If it only has a side gate, it probably does not have a front loader on it.
Because I know
It
some
has
of the
a-
Henrys have both. They have the tube loader and the side gate.
I don't think the Marlins.
But
hey, double check that. Okay, the beer is making me sleepy.
he said, I missed out on a Henry Golden Boy in 357 there a while back for $3.99. Ozzy says organized chaos.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I started to get really organized not too long ago with mine. What I discovered is I had more room.
So, when you say organized, did you get the pistol shelf and all that?
Yep. And I've got the door mounted pistol hangers there.
Yeah.
And everything.
Now, did you do the one that has like the metal hangers, or did you do the sleeve.
I have the sleeves, and and I have the it looks like a shoe rack where you stick the guns in the different slots in it. And so I have both of those for two of the bigger safes. The little ones that I keep in the gunsmithing room are just, they're little cheapy aluminum safes that I put things that I'm working on in. But my bigger Liberty safes, they're all decked out now. They weren't well organized before. I probably need to get myself another Liberty for Christmas. I hate to have 6 different gun safes, but it's gotten to the point where it's going to have to happen.
Yep.
Just build an underground bunker.
For that cost, I was gonna say, hey, you could build an armed room. Shit.
I live in a state that every so often likes to sink things. It's probably not a good idea to build underground.
Yep.
No, you could do ground floor. You just need a solid slab, to work off from in a sense. So,
yep.
But you could probably pour a small, depending how codes are, how you want to go about it, but a small patio, and then later on add, a separate building, which could later on become an addition, and however you want to go about it, or do the whole shebang at once.
That's a good idea.
Just do like Demolition Ranch does.
But you figure, really, I don't know, it's kind of a glorified shed that would be an add-on, kind of. It wouldn't be, but it would start off in a sense. But you sheet the walls with metal and whatnot. Yes, concrete floors, obviously reinforcements everywhere. Your doors where you're spending a lot of money. But I'm sure you could come up with something fairly decent for, in a lot of cases, probably the cost is 6 Liberty safes. So
well, I'm already in for 5, right?
Yeah.
The room, the entrance to my armory is a safe door. So security is not the issue. It's actually kind of becoming space. And my wife and I are probably not going to move out of this house into anything any bigger before we retire. So actually the idea of retirement would be to get a little smaller. But I would like a dedicated, complete, right now it's kind of a mixture of my office and the armory. I'd like a dedicated room completely for it.
Yeah, just watch Demolition Ranch. He put one of those bunkers and he's building his garage right on top of it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but if you watch Clover, Demolition hates kids.
There were 3 people that I watched and decided to start making gun videos. One of them was Hickok 45. The other one was Demolition Ranch. I never even heard of the rest of us. Okay, none of the rest. Never even came across my YouTube views. And the other one was the Military Arms channel. Those were the only ones that ever popped up. And I was like, man, there's just huge big name gun tubers. I bet you could get started on a small channel and just get rip roaring up quick. And then as soon as I started my channel, everybody else started popping up. It's like, oh.
You thought this was going to be easy?
I thought I was actually relieved. It made me happy to know there was a bigger community. I live very close to people like Hickok 45 and pretty close to Carolina down there. Knowing that there are more people doing this, Obnoxious and I actually live pretty close, is an exciting thing. It's a great thing. The juice. Yeah, I got 4 dozen Taco Supreme packs, 4 dozen Supreme with a duffel bag full of fire sauce, a few cases of ice cold Osaka spring water.
Hopefully he's got toilet paper. Well,
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking, Jesus, the blowout. Defense Dad. I understand, sir. I have thought about making one of my safes a handgun safe. As it's arranged right now, the top halves of the safes are handguns and the doors are handguns. And then some safes are polymer safes. Some safes are Great War safes. Some safes are World War II safes, and some safes are practical hunting rifles, things of that nature. And then I have a quick access safe that has like the auto shotguns and the my wife's AR, my AR, those type things in it. But I've thought about making a handgun safe. That's why I said number 6 is tempting.
So the Jew says, it's okay, guys. G23 wasn't prepared. I got 4 dozen Supreme taco packs, 4 dozen Supreme burrito pack with a duffel bag full of fire sauce and a few cases of ice cold Ozark spring water. But what he doesn't mention is that there is no Porta-Johns out there. There's going to be a lot of people with explosive diarrhea. Best fire safe for the money is Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it'd be hard to burn down.
Pretty hard to get in to deposit your firearms or get them out.
yeah, I was gonna say you probably put it in, but good luck getting it back out. It doesn't seem to work for a lot of people with the gold.
Well, we about to wrap this dumpster fire up.
Yeah, it got pretty dumpster fiery, but it recovered quite a bit.
So, Mr. Nighthawk Medic, you were the first in. Might as well kick us off and give us your outros.
Well, sir, thank you for inviting me in. It was awesome to get to talk to and talk with all the amazing patriots that are here. Don't forget to come over and subscribe to Nighthawk Medic Shoots. We're giving away a butt ton of ammunition over the course of the next month. In addition to that, you can find me on full30.com, but they don't ever make me any money. So I just love them over there, and you should totally check it out. And we're on Facebook too, Nighthawk Medic Shoots. We've got a couple of new exciting weapon systems that we're going to be showing off in the next couple of weeks. But thank you again, G23. I appreciate you having me in, man.
You're welcome. And Patriot in the Dark says he's probably talking about the safe company, Fort Knox.
Yes, he's definitely talking about the safe company, Fort Knox.
Yeah. Yes. We were all just making a joke about the military installation. Mr. Rob D, the New York Outcast, what do you got going on? Any new videos? Any live streams?
Well, I was never here, but if I was, I threw a new video up yesterday. So if anybody's interested, just shotgun around the walls. Which a lot of us probably already know, but basically they're out there for the newer people that may not really understand that, no matter what you're shooting through drywall, it's going to make a dang mess and be an issue. So, but that's basically what it's about. Other than that, that's about it. Check out everybody on the channel. Check their stuff out, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for being here. Mr. Carolina EDC, what do you got going on?
Well, I just released a video as well today, and check it out. Give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Make sure to follow everybody on the panel, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Appreciate the invite. And as usual, thanks again.
You're welcome. And for the guys that bailed out early, Two Gun Kitty, the Catnip Outlaw, give him a check out. Honcho Fett, The Mouse, DM Faust. And then if you're not already subscribed, check out Mr. Kingpin, because he never promotes his own channel, but he's always out there promoting everybody else. So again, thank him for all of his hard work that he puts out there. And see y'all next Saturday evening.
Later.
So don't forget Black Cat Outdoors.